First Class Podcast.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is another episode of First Class Podcast. I'm your host, E. Carter, and I'm here with my man,
That guy 937 in the building. What's going on, world?
Yes, sir. Gotta get it right. No, it's fine. But welcome to the show, man. First Class Podcast, where we pick nice hot topics that's going on in our community and our culture. And, we give our opinions on it. And we like to stay tuned with the fans and the listeners for people to comment, make suggestions. Sometimes we need somebody on a fact checker, you know what I'm saying, to check the facts that we don't get everything right. So if you got any suggestions, comments, you want to be a part of the conversation, please don't hesitate to hit the comments. That's either on Facebook or on YouTube. Make sure that you hit the comments, tag your name with it so we know who's responded, because for some reason on the screen that we have, everybody's username does not pop up. So please feel free to do that. It's only been a week. We're getting back on. Last week was like a bonus show. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that tuned in last week, thank you to that. It's out there on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, First Class Podcast, and it's actually on our Facebook page, which is First Class Podcast Media. So be sure to, go back and check that out. Mother's Day graduation episode, that was a bonus. But now we're back to our regular scheduled programming. So, like I said, tune in to, be sure to watch out for this, and then we'll be back in the next 2 weeks on our regular schedule. How everything been going? Since it's only, like I said, it's only been a week.
It's been a week? Oh, it feels like a year. No, I'm just playing, though. This is a nice-ass Lil Wayne song. It's a Lil Wayne song, yeah. And he literally says the same thing.
Which one is that?
It's been a week.
Oh, okay.
Like, literally, that's the song. It's been a week. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the beat nasty, though. But he said the same thing, except drop a couple ad-libs. It's a banger, though. It still is a banger.
That's cool.
Everything cool. Everybody graduating still, and graduation parties and what have you. I got one I gotta go to tomorrow. And everything's cool, man. Everything's straight.
Yeah. Like I said, I shouted him out last week because, like I said, we did talk about graduation day and around that time and stuff last week. But he officially graduated earlier this morning. I got to check out the live and see him get his diploma. Shout out to my cousin Devin. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on ending this chapter of your life, and excited to see what you embark on next. I know he did already commit to his school, his college that he's going to, which is Otterbein University. So, embarking. Once again, congratulations, man. I'm proud of you. I should see you soon at your graduation party. And he's out there in Columbus.
Okay.
He's out in Columbus, by the way. So that's why, if he was here, I'd have been there. I ain't gonna lie. We wouldn't have been having a show today. You know what I'm saying? I would have got to be the drunk uncle or the cousin. Nah, I probably would have been drunk. But I could act it. You know what I'm saying? I could act my ass off. You know what I'm saying?
I killed somebody for you.
Hey, bro.
I killed somebody for you.
I hope I never turn into that person, that guy, because I've dealt with that guy like my entire life, bro. And I know everybody got that either one cousin, one uncle, or somebody that do and say that stuff.
Shouts out to whoever Facebook user. What it though? You gotta leave your name though, so that
it's
way.
Probably half. How much you want to bet?
It could be but we still need to know it's half.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Maybe it's not it. Maybe it's a. I don't know.
Let's put 5 push-ups on it.
But I'm not playing this game with you. Not right now, bro. Not right now.
Technically, if we go back in the history books of the show, technically James owed me 80. But
floating somewhere around in there.
Hold on.
Drinking them Myron.
What's going on, Myron? A high school friend of mine back in the day. Yeah, don't nobody want to turn into that guy. Like I said, everybody got that one cousin or uncle older. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As soon as they get lit and they see you, I'm sorry, bro, but bring it in. Bring it in. They come in, they talk to you like this.
I just wanted to let you know.
I just want to let you know they get this pulling you in.
Then they start
to swing you.
That's my nephew. That's my nephew. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's cool when you were a kid, but when you get older, you like, bro, you ain't gotta touch on me like that.
You said, bro, what is you doing, bro? I know.
If anybody lays a hand on you,
and then you got your mama and everybody go, let that boy go. Leave him alone. You need that. That's my nephew. That's my nephew.
I could talk to my nephew the way I talk to my nephew. Like, bro, that's my dad that you're talking to though. Like, nah. I'll beat your dad. All right. But nah, man. Little do people know I've been acting for years. You know what I'm saying? You never know which E gonna show up. So I could be acting now. You never know. I'm playing the role right now. You feel me? Podcast extraordinary. Not just fucking with y'all. But anyway, man, if you're new to the show, man, we always try to start off with some type of words of encouragement, quotes, or anything like that. This is an anonymous quote, and this is kind of self-explanatory to me. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's going to set up and be a part of another topic later on. Hold on, that's the wrong page. There we go. That's going to be a part of another topic later, and we're going to get into it later. But it says, the people in your life should be a source of reducing stress, not causing more of it. So once again, I'm not reading that comment line real quick.
Being extra rough.
Right. They do be
real.
extra rough. Once again, man, I'm going to say it one more time. The people in your life should be a source of reducing stress, not causing more of it. Like I said, I believe that that's pretty much self-explanatory, bro. Especially, you know, your inner circle, the people that you deal with day-to-day basis, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, they should be a cause of reducing stress. Like they say, as far as in the relationships, they say be his peace, be her peace, you know what I'm saying? Because the person that's in your inner circle, the person that you wake up with and sleep next to and all of that stuff, should be a source of reducing stress, not causing more of it. So,
and speaking of somebody that has my little episodes of depression and my little fight with anxiety and what have you, for real, it reminded me of this quote from 50. And he was like, basically he was just like, I tend to stay away from people I feel like I have to be defensive with.
Right.
And I stopped and thought about it. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I seen a clip. I seen was on.
I shared it on my story like a couple days ago.
So that's probably where I seen it from. Yeah.
And that made a lot of sense. Why do you want to keep yourself around people you got to keep
on guard,
explaining and no, and that's the worst thing, because some of the most habitual button pushers and people that do that, first thing no, don't get defensive. Or they'll be like, I don't want you to take this the right way. Then why are you coming for me, bro? Like, what is this about, bro?
See, now I feel 50-50 when people say, don't take this the wrong way. Because I don't say it a lot, but I do know that I say that, and I say it because it depends on who I'm talking to. So, like, if I know that you got a history of taking things a certain way, but it's like I want to get this point across to you, and I can't think of no other way to deliver it. It's like I don't really want you to take this the wrong way. Please listen to what I'm saying for the way I'm trying to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to take it the wrong way. I don't want you to get upset. I'm not trying to upset you, but I know you got a history of taking shit the wrong way. But I can't think of no other way to say what I'm saying. Like,
but sometimes people need to keep their comments to themselves unless I ask you. Like every single time I come through with a female or something like that, it ain't got nothing to do with. You know what I mean, oh, well, you change them out every single week. That's obviously.
Something like that.
But every time I see you, like, oh well, you know, you be doing such and such, and you be doing like, bro, I ain't even seen you in like 3 weeks. Like,
yeah, I mean, nah. Like
every time I
get you on that, I'm saying as a form of. How can I think of it? Like
that's different. What you talking
like
about?
Something that you telling your brother I love. Like,
yo,
I gotta. This is something I gotta tell you, bro, and I don't want you to take it the wrong way.
But it shouldn't be like every time we kick it, you got something to tell me.
Right.
That's.
So what are we kicking it for? We just sitting in silence?
No, I mean we could talk, bitch.
Just funny. So yeah, man, that's a quote. I'm gonna say it one more time before we move on. The people in your life should be a source of reducing stress and not causing more of it. So with that being said, take that with you for the rest of the weekend. Grab a hold on it, add it to your life. Take it with you the rest of the week. Enter it next week, or whatever the case may have you. You know what I'm saying? Write it down, jot it down, make a tattoo of it. I don't care.
Take a picture.
I say tattoo, so you got it for life. See, people lose pictures.
Not on the internet. It's on there forever.
That's what they say, bro. I've been trying to find stuff that I put on stuff that I had on my MySpace page. I've been trying to find. I've been trying to find that. That's a different topic.
Remember your password?
Hell no. Every couple of years, I used to try to tap back into it, and I ain't been able to tap back into it in a while. I used to remember.
You probably had a different email address and all that.
Yeah, I did. I had Yahoo back then.
Yeah, I think everybody had like Yahoo or AOL
or Hotmail.
Hotmail was another one. Yeah,
but yeah, I have zero idea what that is. But if it ever hits me in an epiphany, trust believe I'm bringing it back. Bringing on my MySpace page back.
But hit up all your old friends that you ain't talked to. Yeah, bro, you remember me? E. Carter, bro, I had Soulja Boy in the background, bro. Remember?
I had the last thing I remember playing in the background was
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, and it was I know the song, but I can't think of it right now. Why the fuck I want to keep saying Money to Blow? It definitely ain't Money to Blow.
It was way earlier than that. It was way earlier than that.
I think it was Leather So Soft.
That was a good year.
I want to say
that was a good year.
I want to say it was that I had a green and black background with the skulls, with the like 3 6 Mafia skulls.
Yeah.
It was something like that, like with smoke and stuff. I kind of remember that. But anyway, bro, MySpace was a wild time. Before we get real deep into the deep conversations, I do want to talk about the NBA playoffs for a quick second. You know what I'm saying? Because James ain't really got no reason to talk shit because they 0-2. I ain't really got no reason to talk shit because my Boston boys are also 0-2. But if you've been keeping track of the NBA playoffs, one thing that a lot of real NBA fans have noticed is that when you had the bubble, these are the same 4 teams
that was in the bubble.
You know what I'm saying, for the conference championship. So that kind of lets people rewind time and be like, okay, so was the bubble really as trash as people thought? Me personally, I like the bubble championship. Yeah. I think when it comes times for playoffs, they should go back to the bubble.
I don't get why people think it doesn't. They don't count it like, oh, you can't count the bubble. Like, bro, why?
I don't get it either. To be honest, because to me, that right there was basketball. You know what I'm saying? That takes you back to the yard. That takes you back to the street, so to speak. Because when you back in the day when we was playing pickup games at the court, you know, you might have 1 or 2 chicks or females that you might like that's in, you know what I'm saying, that come to the park. But
during that summer.
Yeah, but other than that, you ain't got fans cheering for you. You know what I'm saying? It's every man for themselves. Your squad win, you stay on.
Yeah.
So I think the bubble was just straight back. It was straight basketball.
And that's all you really had. I mean, you had a couple people in your family there.
That's it.
You in a hotel, bro. No leaving the hotel. Ain't no going out part. No, you here, bro.
You going to go play basketball. You don't have no extra fans. There was no home court advantage. Everybody playing on the same court.
That was a good ass idea.
It's like boom, we pull up and we got to get to it. You know what I'm saying? We here. We got when it's our time to play. We got to get to it. It's like AAU. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just with no fans. So you go back and say that them teams that made it then didn't make it by chance. You know what I'm saying? The teams that's still in it now are contenders. You know what I'm saying? So you got Denver. Denver is up 2-0 on LA. I'm not going to get into the LeBron hate. And he trying to call me on my word because I want to say something. And then we got Miami and Boston on the East. You know, and Miami is also up 2-0 on Boston. So I know, including myself, I'm interested in the Boston LA type of rivalry as far as the championship.
Yeah,
I think that'd be good for the league just because those are two original type teams and rivals and stuff like that.
Back when Ray Allen and all of them guys.
I'm talking about before that. I'm talking about like the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Worthy, McHale, back in them days. It was a rivalry back then. So I would love to see that as far as the championship go, because I want to say either it's tied, like overall, like history. Either it's tied or LA might be up like 1 or 2, I think. Maybe. But if it is tied, I think the next one, whoever gets the championship next goes up one. So I would love to see that. But right now, as it stands right now, it's a Miami and Denver type of game, which I think that'd be crazy. But I also kind of like that too, because it's 2 new teams.
Yeah.
It'll be 2 new teams playing for a championship. One, Denver has never been able to go, it's never been in a finals. And of course, you know, the Miami Heat has been in the finals before a couple times. So, but it's 2 newer teams.
With Bron?
No, before Bron. That's what I was referring to.
I
was referring to when they had Shaq.
Oh, okay.
And D-Wade got one without.
And then he got one with Bron. Okay.
We're not discussing that.
All right. I don't know. That was a funny coincidence that you said that.
That he got one way before LeBron got there.
I mean,
when LeBron was getting put out the East.
Okay. This type of person,
I'm just saying. I'm just going
to be this type of person.
Just going about what's written down. That's not even written down. That just came to my head.
Oh, you freestyled that one.
Yeah.
But
we're talking about the NBA playoffs. I do want to ask, you know, to everybody that's watching, leave a comment, and I want to ask you, without not counting Michael Jordan, because I know most of us grew up around the same era, so not counting Michael Jordan, who is the first basketball player that made you?
Too.
Not really, because most of us in our era, we grew up with Kobe. Like most of us, we seen the end of Jordan's career, and we got the chance to see him come back and play for Washington. But we was all young as hell when he was when we started watching. He was already wearing 45. Damn near. Jordan was wearing the 4.5.
Oh, you talking about Jordan? I'm like, bro, who the fuck is what?
4.
Okay, yeah.
Of course, the only classic 4.5 anybody can say is Jordan. I don't know anybody else ever in the history that
I had to think for a second.
Can't call it. In any sport, I can't name you nobody that wore 4.5 besides Jordan. I know it's been some people, but the only one I'm gonna say I hear 4. Yeah, number 45. Okay, Jordan. But who was not counting Jordan? Because like I said, we all caught the end in his Wizard years. So but we grew up with Kobe. So you can including Kobe, but just including Jordan. who was the first player that kind of made you fall in love with the game of basketball? Either got you to, if you're an athlete and actually played the sport, who got you wanting to play, or who got you interested? Like who was that player?
There's a couple of them. I mean, Kobe, of course, like hopping over cars and Sprite commercials and stuff like that. But Kobe, I got a five. I'm gonna give you five. I'm gonna give you Shaq because I was a bigger kid. Like, you know what I mean?
You still a bigger kid, but all right.
He's just on the road today.
I am, bro. It's
can
one,
tell
of, it's,
what
one,
type of show this
it's one of them days. I got it today. I got the juice.
But Shaq, Kobe,
You got to take Jordan out of it. Just not including Jordan.
Kobe, Shaq. I ain't gonna lie. Allen Iverson.
Okay.
He was just nice, bro. He was just all around nice.
Mm-hmm.
For real. He had like a lot of finesse.
Mm-hmm.
I got two more. I'm gonna wait on my. No, Steve Nash. Steve Nash was another one. And who did we hate? I hated playing fucking Ben Wallace.
Okay. All right. Well, for me, I mean, I got a couple, but it's a couple that like really I kind of like either tried to emulate their moves or like adopt my game. You know what I'm saying? Adapt my game to how they play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Chris Webber.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And I got a slight story behind everybody. So behind Chris Webber, it was and also Vince Carter. So I'll say that hand to hand. So it was Vince Carter first. One, because it's your boy E. Carter. You already know. So I used to tell people that was my cousin. Just like Chris Carter's my uncle. But anyway, so so it was Vince Carter, and in middle school, I want to say in the 8th grade, all we did was play basketball. We didn't do nothing else different that whole year. We just played basketball every day in gym. So, and we had our 5. We ran the same teams every gym class. Like, boom. Once we got dressed, got out there, got stretched real quick, we already knew what it was. Let's start. You know what I'm saying? And it was a couple of female friends of ours that used to just watch us play. And they named everybody after somebody in the league at that time, like how we played. And I was like, even though I wasn't a bigger kid to actually play like a dominant 4 or 5 position, that's just the position that I kind of played in middle school. Because that's in the 7th grade, I played the 4. So I was used to playing on the block and like, oh man, E played like Chris Webber. So once I heard E play like Chris Webber, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to play like Vince, but I play like Chris Webber? What? So I started diving into Chris Webber and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, Chris Webber cold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So especially even though he came out.
Was cold.
Oh yeah. That's
Kings
to be
was
honest,
cold.
I was actually a slight Kings fan back in the day. Like,
They had a super cold.
They
team.
definitely had a nice starting 5 and a 6-man.
Yeah.
But so it was Chris Webber, Vince Carter. Like I said, Vince Carter, because my last name was Carter. And then I developed a mean first step. Couldn't dunk, but if I could, it'd have been crazy. It'd have been crazy. Mean first step. Anybody that know me and play with me know I ain't lying. And if you say it's not, then it is. Hold on, CGO coming in. Let me add him to the stream. There you go.
What up, though?
It's good, fellas.
What's happening, brother?
Sir.
So y'all can hear me all right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, man.
So I don't. How much did you get a chance to hear off backstage?
I just popped in and heard you talking about Chris Webber and Vince Carter, bro, so I ain't been on long.
Okay, so I'm gonna finish mine, but I'm gonna let you know the question so you can start thinking about it or whatever. So right now we in the beginning. We're just talking about what's the not including Jordan. So excluding Jordan, what's the first basketball player or players that helped you really love
No, we're doing
basketball?
like top 5 though.
We're only doing that because you said 5. If you would have just said one guy, then I would have just said one guy. So
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't want you to do like 10. Like I got 10. Like
Why you got so many people?
Because there was so much going on for real.
No, what, man? It was still that one guy that was like, you know what? I want to be like him.
I wanted to be like him.
And
but
him.
hey, I was him. And him. And some
Yeah.
diabolical though. Like,
I like
bruh.
his hairline. I want my hairline to be just like
the
his.
sleeves, bro. That's petty,
We're
bro.
not gonna.
That's petty, bro.
We're not gonna get it in the air.
That's petty, bro.
And his hate for certain type of sleeves.
He said his hairline, though, bro. Your hairline.
But not so. I said Chris Webber, Vince Carter. Of course, you know Kobe, Ivo. You know what I'm saying? We was that generation that started every time you do the fade away.
Kobe.
But we also was that same generation that rewind time when we was younger was also saying Jordan.
Yeah,
So it went from Jordan to Kobe. That's why I said exclude Jordan, because we caught the latter end of that. But we was, you know, Kobe. Everybody was trying to do the Ivo
crossover, like woo.
So I'm gonna say Vince Carter, like I said, Kobe, of course, and Iverson and C. Webb, and then I'm gonna say another one just out the books, just because you ain't think about cousin, and they be. I'm gonna say two, just because ain't nobody thinking of them. Tim Hardaway, Mr. Crossover himself, and Anthony. And I said Anthony for a reason, because don't nobody know, because y'all suck. Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway. Orlando.
Yeah.
And if he would have never got injured,
I'll say this though. If he would have stayed the same size and had the same amount of athleticism, Shaq would have been probably one of the best players that ever played. And when he played with, if he had like as much athleticism as he had, and then of course got better, maybe a little bigger in the gym. But when he played with Orlando,
bro, one, Shaq is the most dominant player ever. Like I just seen a clip today that somebody was talking like, bro, we would never see a player like Shaq again with that size and his skill footwork.
But it's also like when Kobe said, you know, if Shaq would have hit the gym, we would have won more chips.
I mean, but I think that was just a part of it, a personal rivalry.
But you know, Kobe wasn't scared to call you out if you wasn't going to the gym and doing what you're supposed to do.
But I also think that was just a part of a personal rivalry too. Like Shaq wasn't
I think Shaq even said
he wasn't
pulling line. Didn't Shaq say that too?
But he wasn't pulling no Zion where he was coming.
Yeah, he did.
Mid-season, you overweight and can't play. He was always in playing shape. I think Kobe was saying as far as the type of style that Kobe wanted to play. Like, bro, we can get up and down, but we got to slow it down.
I said if he would have had his athleticism still there.
I think it's 70 foot, bro.
But when he played with Orlando, bro, he had a lot of athleticism. That's all. He was move around easier.
He had all that muscle, that big beat.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm taking 60% from the field any day I could get it, bro.
Period.
Any day I could.
Even with his size and him not hitting the gym. Let's just say him not hitting the gym. He was still giving you 30, 15, and 10. Like,
but they had to change the rules to get Shaq to stop scoring. Like, all right, bro, you can't swing that elbow no more, bro.
So what's a player or players that kind of made you love the game of basketball? Like I said, excluding Jordan.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
All right, that's cool. Until Siege get back, but I say Penny Hardaway, man, because even Shaq said it. And what's crazy is Shaq always played with a dominant guard. If you really think about it.
Yeah.
So he was like, they asked him about Penny Hardaway. He was like, bro, he was Kobe before Kobe.
My bad, bro.
Same skill set, same position, everything and he said that Penny came in. He came in doing what Kobe developed
later on. Yeah.
So Penny came in with the package. He came in with a bag.
It's one guy that I even will put came in a game when he came out of college had even more hype like that. Like they was talking about he was going to be the one that took the mantle from Jordan, and that's Grant Hill, bro. People sleep on how great Grant Hill was in college, first of all. Well, he wasn't the greatest college player because Christian Laettner arguably, was better than him, at Duke. But anyway, coming into the game, his actual game, though,
I'm going to say it, bro. Fuck Christian Laettner. I said it.
But Grant Hill, that's actual game. I'm not going to lie, bro. That was the only other coat that I don't own that was not a Cavs gear was a Detroit Pistons starter coat, bro. Because of Grant Hill, bro. So Grant Hill, Steve Francis is one. He was nice. Of course, Kobe, Jordan. What you said, excluding Jordan. Mm-hmm. So of course Kobe. Ray Allen is one of my favorite all-time players. People be forgetting how much of a bag he had. The original Big Three, for the people who don't know, when they started saying Big Three, probably not the original because the Celtics had, they had a starting five for the ages, and then of course the Celtics had a starting five the Celtics and the Lakers both had starting fives for the ages, like Magic, Kareem, Worthy. That's a three. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bird, Parrish, and McHale. Like, come on, that's a three. But anyway, excluding them, the first big three was Tim Thomas, Sam Cassell, and Ray Allen.
Sam Cassell was nice too.
It was Sam Cassell, Ray Allen, and Tim Thomas. Before Tim Thomas fell off and got buns, before Sam Cassell realized Sam Cassell couldn't do nothing but hit the tray ball every once in a great while because he was 3-and-D when he first came in.
Yeah,
but they were supposed to be the three.
Speaking of Sam Cassell, man, shout out to my brother Taylor, because every time somebody says Sam Cassell, I always think when he said, Sam, I can make a choice.
Yeah, he tripping off that.
All right, you had to be there. So if you don't understand.
Of course, Iverson changed the whole culture too. So Iverson, probably Ray Allen, of course, Kobe and Ray Allen. Then you got Steve Francis, Grant Hill above Steve Francis. Grant Hill, Steve Francis, and Shaq. Shaq is the GOAT. If you put anybody right now, if you give me a team of all-time players who I'm gonna start the team with, my first choice, my instinct is gonna be to go for Shaq.
All right, we got a couple comments. Go ahead and read them comments.
Tony Parker and Manu changed the game with the Euro step and the floater.
Yeah,
I can't be mad at that.
I can't.
Manu could have started. Manu could have started for almost any other team at shooting guard, except for, of course, Kobe, D Wade. But he could have started almost anywhere else, bro. Manu was a beast.
Yeah, the White Mamba.
I ain't gonna lie. We've seen some real, like throughout our generation, there was some real squads. Spurs was one, Pistons was one, Lakers, of course, Miami.
Which Miami?
He on the sack, bro. You know he on the sack. Why did you say?
No, I'm even talking about before Bron.
Oh, really?
Before Bron, they had a squad.
My God.
They had a little squad.
For getting off the sack.
Why every time somebody say something about Bron, everybody say on the sack?
No, Bron,
that's what they do, bro. It's not every time.
I think it's in their blood, bro.
It's not every time. It's not every time.
Like we got brothers
every time.
No, it's every time you say something about Bron.
I'll be honest.
You don't have to do it to everybody else. Siege could have said something about Bron. I wouldn't say nothing about him.
Because I'm a Bron fan, but I'm objective with it. Like,
but when you say it, you on the sack.
But people wake up in the morning and literally make posts back to back about Bron. Like, I'll be like, come on, bro. Like, we waking up with our eggs and bacon talking about Bron messing up, so like, I'll be like,
that's funny, bro. Like,
we know who you talking about.
He ain't the only one. I'm in a sports group where all they do is talk about Bron. They worse, bro.
But shout out to Ev. Ev can get worse. Ev, I say you apply more LeBron hate pressure. Let's show Siege how bad you can get with the LeBron hate.
Ev be going hard, but he not worse than that sports group, bro. Like, that sports group, they go in, bro.
That's how you know he gotta be a great, bro. Because bro, come on, the topic of all the beauty barbershops and beauty salons. Like, come on, bro. That was a 50 Cent line, by the way.
They be going in.
Yeah,
bro.
man. I mean, we can continue talking basketball, of course, man. Because like I said, it is the NBA playoffs. Shout out to the 4 teams that's in there, especially if you guys are fans of any of those 4 teams, or if you just like watching the game. So that being said, man, go back and leave a comment. Let us know who was the player or players that made you kind of fall in love with the game of basketball.
Oh, KG, we disrespectful for not mentioning the big ticket, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but to be honest, man, him coming in the game, I didn't try to model my game after KG. Like, I was already a fan. I was already a fan of the game when KG came in. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like, oh snap, KG
he inspired me.
He didn't really inspire me. Like, but it was just one of those.
Because Kobe came in 98. So that means I was already a fan before then too. So I can't even add Kobe. If that's
right, it's the blasphemy that people hate, not him.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they be fucking point shaving. But anyway, bro, and the people who really know me, know me from back in the day, I was a LeBron fan when he first entered the league coming out of high school. I was a fan
for Cleveland.
I'm like, he coming out of high school. It's Ohio. You know what I'm saying? This was what, 2005,
2003.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm like, hell yeah, this is greatness I'm watching, bro. That's what's up, bro. Even though we've watched a couple people up until that time come in from out of high school. KG, like C just mentioned, Kobe. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, we don't know what he's going to do in the league. He got a bunch of hype, and then when he came in and he was backing up what he was doing in high school, I'm like, yeah, I was a fan. I stopped being a major fan when I start seeing everybody just jumping on bandwagons, like abandoning the teams that you've been a diehard fan of this team forever. And now all of a sudden, whatever team LeBron played for, that's who you with. Like, what happened to your original team? Are they trash? Like, what? So they trash now? You've been a fan for them as long as I've known you.
I mean, it was kind of like, sometimes it get like that. Like, I was a huge Phoenix Suns fan. Back when they had Barbosa and Steve Nash and all of them together.
But are you
and
still
then once
that
got broke, then it was like, hell no.
So basically you like the players.
I like the players. I like the players that was of the team.
Yeah.
And then I think it was the last year that the Spurs put them out again, even though I think they cheated that one. And then next year, so many people got traded and retired. I'm like,
see, if they years,
all right, well,
up, that's kind of how
it's not like a Denver thing. Like, Denver to me is something different in football, but
right.
It was
so that's kind of how it was growing up. I liked the players, so it didn't matter what team they was on. I'm watching that team because one of my favorite players is playing for them. But then I remember it was Siege and all of y'all one day, bro. They was like, no, bro. Why it seem like you just jump? You got too many favorite teams because you like the players. You need to pick one team. If you got to pick one favorite team, who is your team?
Yeah, you can't argue sports with nobody who don't got no team, bro. Like, they just
that's what it was. So it was like, bro, you arguing sports and you ain't got no team. You just jumping around. So you damn near always wins. So pick a team. I was like, all right, well, if I had to pick a team that I've been liking for a long time, I got to go with Boston. So that's literally how I made the decision on being a Boston fan.
And they just had a dynasty for them.
And for the record, that was before they had.
Yeah, that was when they had Tony Delk and
yeah, that's when we
Tony
had
Batiste,
Uncle Peasy and
Peasy.
Fat ass Antoine Walker, whole ass.
Bro, why you hate Antoine Walker so much?
Bro? I can't stand Antoine Walker
because he got bounced around a little bit too.
Because he sucked, bro.
I think he got a ring at 06 with 06 with the Heat.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Jason
He should never place that ring.
Ev hit you with the Tennessee Titans too.
Hey,
that got to be it.
That got to be it.
Yeah, it got to be it.
Tennessee Titans, what up, man?
I used to be.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Right before I became a Baltimore fan, it was Tennessee. When they had Frank Wycheck, Javon Kerr, Steve McNair, Derek Mason. Yeah,
that was your team.
I'm just thinking this back there, bro.
I had a jersey.
I was thinking about it because back there, bro, I was the Denver fan. We had Jake Plummer. We had Jake Plummer, bro.
Hey, bro, that's still the. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's still one of the funniest sports stories ever, bro.
Funniest. One of the funniest, bro.
I started rolling when I heard that. Like, bro, what?
Shout out to my brother Ev, man.
Again,
Right, back in the G. Shout out to brother.
Bro, that's still the fun. Every time I think about the sleeve story, bro, I'll be rolling, bro.
All mad faces. He can't stand Jake.
To Ev's defense, though, bro, Jake Plummer was not the best quarterback.
No, every single year, bro, he'll win like
He
1-2
was not the
playoff
best
game. That's
quarterback.
it, bro. He'll always make a dumb decision at the end, and there was no excuse for us to be that whack, bro. That was the only thing I ain't like about him, bro. His performance in the playoffs, bro. That is the true definition of a choke artist, bro. Year after year, like, bro,
you gotta hate Jay Cutler then. You gotta hate Jay Cutler then too. He was trash in the
I didn't
playoffs.
care much, bro. After Jake Plummer, I kind of it was.
He had better sleeves.
Facts.
But
Or
still
some
bonds,
Tebow, bro. He could have got it too, bro. Get out of here, bro.
they had better sleeves.
Hey, at least he won a playoff game though.
Right. But listen though, so moving on, like I said, make sure everybody that's watching this segment or this topic that we're on, leave a comment for the people that made you fall in love with the game of basketball, excluding Jordan, not including Jordan, because a lot of us, of course, gonna say Jordan first. So make sure you drop that in.
John Kidman.
Yeah. He said, I hate him in his sleeves.
Yeah, bro.
He had them little hands, bro. He was like, bro, you can't hold the ball. Hold the ball. Like, bro.
The funny thing too about John Kitna, bro, as soon as he left the Bengals, bro, he went to the Detroit Lions, had 4,000 yards back to back, and still didn't win nothing, bro.
So, but moving on, moving on.
Oh man.
So moving on though, man. So like I said, drop who introduced you to the game, not introduced you, but who made you fall in love with the game of basketball, whether it's one player, 3 players, 5 players, which players helped you get you into the game of basketball. And then other than that, man, we're going to move on to the next topic. So in this day and age right now, man, we hear, at least I know we hear a lot of different phrases or words that people say all the time. So I'm asking y'all and people that's listening, what are some of the most overused words or phrases that you hear in today's time? Well, I was going to go to Siege first, but since you got to pop off real quick, we're going to start with you, James, if you got something handy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure some more, but one thing I can't stand, and it's generally in every single female's like social media. Hey, like, bro.
Oh, so you hate
that. I get a headache off of that, bro. I'm like, bro, no, be like, oh, or something, bro. That like, man, that gets annoying for real. Or on gang. I'm getting tired of on gang. I'm getting tired of that one too.
Yeah, I don't know. The gang one was just never a thing for me anyway. But
that's just something that just irks it really grinds my gears, man.
Somebody put in there Grant Hill for me. He was on every Sprite machine. I said Grant Hill. That was one of mine.
Did though.
Yep. But yeah, the gang, bro. That one is just I don't know. I get what they get what they trying to do with it, but for me, it's just overused, bro. Like y'all not a gang. Nobody's a gang. Like,
what's up, gang?
Slap it down.
What's up, gang? You not
like y'all not in the gang. Like chill.
Or Glizzy. I don't like. I mean, maybe it's because I ain't from fucking Chicago, but I don't like the word glizzy. It just sounds nasty. I mean,
you know why?
It is dirty, I guess, but it just.
You did say I'm on the road today, bro. I was about to feed into it. I would have said, because you're a glizzy governor. I'm joking.
Like, for real, buddy, I ain't gonna lie. That's the one thing that made something so uncomfortable. Like, even you can be as secure in yourself as possible. Let somebody pull out a camera while you eat the hot dog. Look at a glizzy gobbler. You gonna stop and be like, bro, hey,
come on.
I'm gonna just set it back down. It's cool.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna eat that last.
Be tearing that down.
Not me. Not me. I'm gonna be like, hey, bro. So why is you watching me eat a hot dog, bro? Like, so who on trial here, me or you, bro?
Oh man.
Well, I might ruffle some feathers, bro. For me, man, some of the most overly used words or phrases right now: 1, misogyny; 2, trauma; 3, mental health. Some of those are some of the most overused phrases, man, to me, because now every time I turn around, it's somebody saying, "Oh, I'm doing this because of the trauma that happened in my life when I was younger." You 40 years old, like you ain't got over it yet. Like I know now. Don't get me wrong. I don't want nobody to get me wrong at all. Like there are certain things that are actual trauma. There's some things that people that people have been a part of, whether it's essay, you know what I'm saying, the grape word, you know what I'm saying, like things like that actually cause physical and mental turmoil, you know what I'm saying. So with that being said, those people, yes, you got that trauma affected your mental health and the way you grew up, the way you understand things, and all of that. But now like I said, the first excuse anybody says especially celebrities and people in that light, when they get in any type of trouble is, oh well, let's worry about. Okay, it's a gun shooting. Well, let's check out their mental. Maybe it's because of people saying, oh, I got a whooping when I was 6 and that's
I've been carrying on
and that's trauma. I never got over that. Like, man, come on, man. Everything is not a traumatic experience. Everything is not. I just think it's overly used. I don't think that the people that's actually been through those moments are using those words and those phrases as a crutch. I think it's more or less the people that it's something that you can get over, and just so you can get a victim clause or some people can feel sorry for you. Now you're gonna be like, hey, I think I therapy and
I feel like that's because it's more talked about. Like I remember back in the day, like if you was a kid, like you wasn't really allowed to have, boy, ain't nothing wrong with you, better sit your ass down. So ain't nothing wrong. But now it's more talked about.
Touching moment, fellas.
It wasn't sure you all right? But do y'all feel like that is because it's more talked about now? It's more acceptable.
Yeah,
I do
definitely, but that's also proving the point too, because it's like not proving a point, but also leads into the point, because the more conversations you have about it, the more misusers you're gonna have. It's just like any type of government program or something that's instituted. Yes, it's to help most of the people or who actually going through something or need it, but you're still gonna have the small segment of the population who are abusing it. Unfortunately, in our society, those is the people that's the loudest anyway, right? So then you got. So like you just said, it's never been cool for a man. Still, in some cases, it's never been cool for a man to talk about his mental health. So now that we like, now I can talk about it, bro. So everybody talking about it. But then you got the people who go through something and then they say, dang, well, I did this because I going through this. And then they make another mistake. And then it's like, all right, well, I'm using this because I'm going through this, or I'm doing this, without actually going to get the help. And then we just keep on talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
So that's a part of my point. It's like, if you have a traumatic incident at 12, you got 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
So on and so forth. Yeah.
Now, just like I said, as far as our generation, now we're 34, 35, 36, 37. You know what I'm saying? We on the other side of 30. We getting closer to 40, and you're still talking about what happened to you when you was 12. To me, it's like either you close that chapter down, you had more than enough opportunity to get over that experience. Now, everybody's experience is not the same.
Again,
You know what I'm saying?
again, though, we gotta make sure that, to interject real quick, you gotta make sure that people who just now tuning in understand. We're not talking about serious issues here. We're not talking about. He already explained the words. I don't want to re-say the trigger words or whatever, just in case somebody who listening done been through it. But he talking about major. We're not talking about major, deaths.
The essay,
like
yeah,
we're not talking about that stuff. He talking about using the words inappropriately for misusing the words for situations that you should be able to get past.
Right, which like an emotional gain or whatever. But like I said, everybody doesn't
heal at the same speed.
Not even that. Every situation doesn't affect everybody the same.
Yeah.
So me and you can go through the exact same situation, the exact same time. Like everything is exactly the same. It can affect you one way. And me, like for example, I seen this clip that's basically saying the same thing I'm saying. Two people can get jumped. You know what I'm saying? Same two separate people that can get jumped by the same people. One person becomes a victim their entire life. They're scared of the world. They're scared to be around people because of this incident. The other person might get into mixed martial arts and learn how to fight and say like, hey, that moment only happened because I wasn't strong enough. So because I wasn't strong enough, I'm going to make sure that I equip myself with the skills to where that incident will never happen again. Vice versa, the other person might be, well, I'm going to stay away from certain people or certain places or certain whatevers because I guarantee that that's not going to happen to me again because I'm not going to put myself in that type of so atmosphere that took place in. You know what I mean? So everybody's stuff happens differently. But all I'm saying is that to me, when I hear about trauma and mental health, and like I said, I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way or take this too harshly, but I want to, if we're talking about it, let's talk to the nitty gritty. I don't want to hear something stupid like, oh, well, my parents put me on punishment when I was 13 and I never overcame that. Like, man, you done had the last 20, 25 years to come to that. And like you said, James, is that people are talking about it more. So now that we're living in a generation where it's talked about more, to where mental health is more of a bigger thing with men, women, and children.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have more opportunities to go seek that help that you need because now it's talked about more.
Yeah.
So now you have more opportunities to seek that. So when I hear about, boom, I went through this trauma, man, my mental is this because of this trauma. Okay. Have you seen a therapist? No. Have you seen a certain emotional counselor, or have you tried to overcome this?
Yeah. I get that.
If my thing is that if you haven't tried to overcome it, if you haven't, boom, I done seen a therapist for the last 5 years, and I seek this type of help and this type of, and I just can't get over it. Okay. But if you like, I ain't doing no therapy, man. Like, so on one end you acting tough, but on the other end, when you do something that people are gonna judge you for, now the first thing you want to say is your mental health or some type of trauma.
I mean, I look at it like I think me and you talked about this the other day. We were talking about the John Morant situation. I think
we're gonna hold that. That's the next topic.
Okay.
Now, unless you want to use that to get into the next one, I just want.
Not yet. I mean, when people make bad decisions, I think sometimes there is a lack of accountability and just straight up saying, hey, I made a bad decision. It's not because of mental health. It's not, hey, I made a stupid decision.
Yeah,
I've made stupid decisions.
But that's why I think it's an overly used word, because I think a lot of these people, especially celebrities, they use it for a bailout.
Yeah, what I remember the first thing you said was misogynistic.
Yeah.
Where you going with that? Where do you think that's really?
I think it's an overly used word in the women community, or people that just really advocate for women. A lot, I'm on social media a lot, especially pertaining to us doing a podcast and being a part of social. We're a part of that social media because we do a podcast, of course. So I get a lot of the topics and the things that we talk about off of certain things I see on social media. And one of the things that I see a lot is the first thing that a woman wants to say, oh, he's being misogynistic. He's being a narcissist is one of the most overly used words I hear now. And even with that being said, most of those guys that hear that word thrown at them and saying that that's them, they turn around and ask the question, what does that mean? A lot of those women, or a lot of those people, mostly women, can't give you the definition. You know what I'm saying? Even this is a different topic, but I'm gonna just throw it out there. Even the cases when people say, what is a woman? A lot of people are not giving can't give the definition of what these things mean, but yet and still you letting it fly out your mouth. The way I was raised and what I was grown to understand is that if you don't know what a word or something means, then what are you saying it for? You don't need to be, just because you can say it don't mean you need to say it. Do you know what it means?
It also hinders your argument even if you got good intentions, right? So like you could be coming from a place of strength and knowing something is right. I could tell you my phone is black, right? So I could be like, my phone is black. You can see my phone is black, and then you'll be like, well, describe something that's black to me. If I can't describe something that's black to you, my position of strength is eradicated, right? Like, so what? So who told you that was black? How did you learn that? Where did that come from? What is the essence of black? Well,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just, I'm turning a phone into something deeper. But even if we bring it in from a culture perspective, someone say, what is it like to be black? And, what is it to be black? If I can't articulate effectively what that is, my argument is dead. Like, immediately dead. Somebody gonna be like, he don't know what the hell he talking about. That's
right.
And then they automatically assume that other people that could possibly prove their argument wrong, they won't even, it's going to be harder for the next person to give them the proper information because you did a bad job at explaining something to them that they should be able to understand, if that makes any sense.
Nah, it does. And like I said, that's my thing, man. It's just, and as far as this topic comes, I was just thinking, like, man, I'm tired of hearing people, the first thing certain people say is, oh, they're being that's narcissistic behavior. You need to separate yourself from that. Oh, he's being misogynistic, and he's we can't. Oh, it's mental health and it's trauma and it's like, God, man, like, don't get me wrong. I understand the world that we living in today, and trust me, I am trying to adapt to it to a certain extent, but I can understand how our elders got set in certain ways. So when the world started changing, they said, nah, I stop here. This is where I stop at. Like, nah, you're not getting me past this point. I can understand that.
I still see it kind of 50-50, and big ups to what Caesar brought up for. I think it's a matter of being well educated, not just going off of what somebody says, but everybody has walking computers in their hand or at their home. Mm-hmm. Do your research to get a fine definition or understanding of the words you're going to use before you classify, especially before you classify somebody's judgment of character or XYZ about something. Know about what you're talking about.
Right.
But I do, on the flip side, feel like, there is, back in the day, people used to get off of narcissistic shit all the time.
People still do, but it's
nice to see them get called out about it, though.
Yeah, It's just
and at least
bad.
spread awareness about it. But
It's just bad.
Yeah,
that
but
every time
holding somebody accountable should not be holding somebody accountable, rightfully so, should not be a narcissistic trait. Just because you want to not be held accountable, especially in my case, it normally comes when I'm speaking, and this is just me. Normally comes when I'm speaking to an immature male, somebody who's immature, and they want to keep making bad decisions. Like, hey, bro, I made that decision before. Don't do it. Nah, bro, you saying because you acting like a whatever. From there. Or from a woman who don't want to be held accountable, which is 9 times out of 10 where my interaction.
Right, 10 times out of 10.
Now, 9 times out of 10, I know some females that I could tell like, hey, you bugging.
No,
but that comes with having
10 times out of 10.
A thorough definition of the word. Because what you're describing is, all right, well, you said something I ain't like. Bro, he must be, what are they, like in the cartoons, they used to use the word communist. He's a communist. Like, whoa. I ain't even, all I said was this. He's a communist. I know what he's doing. Like, whoa, he's a liberal. Like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. All I said was this. Like,
yeah, it's like how it's like if we all chilling, we going out, bro, and you say something that's disrespectful to a woman, I might be like, hey, bro, like relax, bro, like you went a little too far right there. You feel me? If you like, oh, bro, nah, bro, he tripping, bro. Why you bring this square over here, bro? You ain't trying to be held accountable, and then you go back and you telling people that I'm a narcissist because I'm thinking about me or I'm trying to flex or something like that. Like, no, bro, I'm holding you accountable for doing something dumb. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa with a woman. You go out with a woman, you go on a date or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, you trying to be nice and you doing whatever, and y'all start talking about, because me, anytime I'm in a situation with a woman, we're going to talk about the economics. What's going on? Like, hey, what do you see yourself in this amount of time, whatever? Do you see yourself working still? Nah, I think a man should have a bag and do everything like this. And I'm like, hey, like, well, every man don't make enough money just to be the only one to hold the bag. And if I'm holding you accountable and now I'm a misogynist because I won't let you sit at home on your ass all day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and the craziest thing,
like, that's not misogynistic behavior, but it is plenty of people who are, and I agree with James. If you see it, and you know what I'm saying, and maybe even in yourself, if you do something misogynistic, bro, hold yourself accountable, bro.
Yeah. And last word, but before I say this other word that's been bothering me, we're definitely going over the time limit because we're only in our second topic. We stayed on the NBA way too long, but it is what it is, man. Man. So please, everybody, continue to rock with us. It's gonna definitely be a longer show this time, but we're gonna keep making it. Toxic.
I think toxic is one of those words where you run across somebody could be toxic, like, bro, you acting toxic or what you did, but I think the other words are a bit more harsher than toxic.
In
my opinion,
yeah,
I think they're different
harsher
categories.
Yeah, definitely categories, but I'm just saying that to me, I just think it's overly and excessively used. Like, oh, you let your man do this, that's toxic behavior. You let your girl do this, she toxic. Oh man, you like stuff like this? Oh, you got toxic traits.
But it's a lot more toxic people in the world, though. I feel like there's way more toxic.
No, that's what I'm saying. Facts, yes. It's certain things that's facts. Like, yes, that is toxic. But my thing is that soon it's just I just hear it how many times have you heard somebody say the word toxic today?
Nobody.
You heard nobody say it?
No, because I ain't.
So did you? You must have.
I'm not really associated with
I'm about to say you must have woke up, got dressed, and came straight here.
Got dressed, walked the dog, dropped the dog over to my mom's house. Like,
I've been up, bro. I've been on social media. I done heard it at least 35 times.
Did you see 35 pictures of Future?
No.
Oh,
everybody know he toxic, man. He the toxic king. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's just overly used. Now, if somebody's being toxic, of course, like, same thing that we're saying about all the other words. Like, if that's you and that's what that person's being, and you know what I'm saying, that's the definition of the okay. But I just think that every little thing that comes off is up. That's toxic. Up. This is. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a trend.
I still think the word toxic is like misogynistic. Like,
yes, I do too.
Just like a diet. It's like a diet.
they go hand in hand.
Big words.
Like,
they do, but one of them is like
depending who's saying
I'm
it.
be like, okay.
Depending
Probably,
who's saying
be,
it. Depending who's saying it, that same person that used misogyny is also going to turn around and say toxic in the same damn sentence.
The most overused words is bag, bro. Like, what kind of bag is y'all gonna get? A trash bag, a handle bag, a grocery bag? Like, I'm so sick of hearing people talking about they going to get a bag or you gonna get a purse. Like, what are we doing here?
Man, you know what we doing here? We getting the money back, baby. Come on now.
Get the bag. You gotta go get the bag. You want to get a Coach bag, a duffel bag, a chip bag? Like,
hey, but in
a
the
suitcase.
What the hell?
But in the defensive bag, I will throw up a defensive bag. Because, yes, is it overly used? Yes, it is. I will agree with you with it being an overly used word. But in the defense, back in the day, what did we say? We was talking about bread. Everything was bread. You could have said the same thing back then.
Bread, like, cheese, fettuccine.
Cheese, lettuce. You know what I'm saying? We was making sandwiches.
That made sense, though. That made sense.
But we didn't use it as much as bag.
It makes sense when I'm saying a bag now because you got a money bag.
I'm going to tell you how annoying it is, bro.
Everybody got direct deposit. Everybody got direct deposit.
Ain't no damn bread either.
It's lettuce, bro. But it's stacked like bread. That's the way it goes. It's stacked like cheese.
Back in the day, we was making sandwiches.
Hey, listen. Right. When you hear a news anchor say it, bro, it's enough. When a news anchor say it, it's overused, bro.
Yeah.
Like, when you turn on the news and they be like, Ja Morant just got $255 million. He secured the bag. Like, it's over, bro. Like, stop it.
See, but the being toxic, get him off the air, bro. Like,
but when you think about the news media and stuff, they be taking words like they definitely. If you hear, like you said, if you hear it on the news,
it's over.
It's overly used. We need to stop. And they've been using all of these words. They're like, oh, the kids are using toxic. I'm gonna learn. My teenage daughter says this. I'm gonna say it on my newscast. Like, man, if you don't shut up, Susan,
bro, you gonna get yanked off with that old umbrella that used to yank people off back in the day.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
So, anybody that's watching, man, like I said, don't hesitate to leave a comment. What are some of the most overly used phrases or words that you hear today? Now, if it's some of the ones that we have said already, and you want to just comment or kind of elaborate on, please don't hesitate to leave a comment. If you do it later in the week after the show is fully published, I have no problem getting in touch with you and, keeping the feedback going and keeping the conversation going with you at a later date. Whether that's me, Siege, James, you know what I'm saying, that guy, you know what I'm saying, that guy.
Which one? That guy.
Hey, do you know I accidentally used your screen name for the podcast or your persona for the podcast? I used it on the video game. I had a moment. I was a little lit, and I didn't know where I knew it from.
You just thought it sounded sweet.
Nah, for real. I swear to God.
Bro, I think I changed my whole Sony thing to that now. Bro, come on, bro. You gonna be the reason. I'm gonna get like another game or something. I'm putting that in like it's already been used. I'm
like, what name should I use? I'm like, you know what? That guy. Yeah, that's me. I'm that guy. And then I'm like,
which
why?
Guy? That guy. Like,
literally, I was like, bro, why did I use that? And I did not remember. I don't know where it came from. And then we did a show, and then he was like, yeah, that guy 937. I'm like, I've never told you that. It's been months. It's been a while.
That's funny, bro. That is funny. I'm a little flattered.
I got to change it now. I don't want you to get your
I'm gonna get letters in the mail like that guy 937. Like, you the boss, bro. You the playing such and such.
Either I gotta change it or I gotta make you look out to be a villain. One of the two. One of the two anti-hero. Like, man, this nigga 93, that guy 93. I hate this. Wear the wrong sleeves. Why everybody hate that guy? Like, cause it's me.
Look at this.
It's me. It's my fault. I did it. But yeah, man, I think those are just some of the most overly used words, bro. Like, it's a lot of them. Like you said, on the minimum, on a simpler scale, we got, the bag or Damn, what was some of the
I was
ones
like,
that you were saying?
hey, like,
But I don't know what else you can use besides, hey, what's another?
At least that one sounded cooler, bro.
That was the 90s, though. They had
That's cool, bro. That's cool.
So we gotta switch back. We gotta switch back.
Bring that back.
Switch that back.
Bring that back. Or
They
okay.
said hey in the 90s too.
Okay.
They just said, oh,
Too much.
hey.
Go ahead, then. Go ahead,
Okay,
then.
okay, it's too much.
Remember, they had to do it big then.
It's too many words. It's too many words. You know, now it's a simpler the better.
It's just, but it's every single video, bro, that a woman put every single time they having a good time. If there ain't no A, it's not a good time, bro. It is not a good time.
I think that
at all.
You can blame Jeezy.
They ain't even doing it like that, bro. It's more like a
Jeezy used to come on back in
Very
the
song,
day.
boy.
He's a, hey.
but that's not like that. It's hey, like, bro. No.
I don't watch enough of them videos to hear that one, but I understand how you feel if you do.
I do, because they be twerking. But anyway.
And Glizzy. Yeah, Glizzy was another one.
Like I said,
Glizzy,
even at that simplest form, I mean, on one hand, I can understand because we live in a society where trends get made. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand, and I even remember some of the stuff that we've said a lot. You know, like back in the day, you could have said that "bruh" was an overly used word, and I can understand that because every other word out my mouth was probably "bruh."
Shit, it probably
True.
still is for me. I say
Nah, but I used to say it a lot. Like back in the day, it used to like, come on, bro. I call everybody, bro. My teachers,
I
my
think
mom,
we all still kind of do that though.
the pastor.
I done got a
Like,
couple knocks.
I called everybody, bro. Like everybody, the deacon. Bro, what up, deacon such and such?
What up, bro?
And they used to tell me like, I am not your damn brother. But so I mean, I get it. I get that, and I know it's going to be more. So probably within the next 3 to 5 years, it's going to be another word for money. It's going to be another word for, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. Even with like dance trends and stuff like that. So I get trendy stuff is going to happen, and I understand, and I even understand people in our generation that we still feel like we're young enough to keep up with the times and the trends that's going on, especially if you're raising children. You know what I'm saying? So if you got teenagers, I understand you're going to adopt some of them words to kind of still relate. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're like, hey, back in the day, we had these words. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're using. You know what I'm saying? So I understand it. But some of these words, man, only use them if you know them. Only use them if you're getting it. Like some of it is getting out of hand. Like Siege said, if it make it to Channel 2 News, it's time to leave it alone. Like, you know, and even like kind of like James said, let's bring some of the old stuff back. Y'all want to sample all these 90 beats anyway, early 2000 beats anyway. Right. We might as well bring back some of the early 90s and 2000 lingo back.
Life is good, man. Bring them gas prices back. Bring the way of living back.
We're not getting the bag now, man. We back to getting that guap. You know what I'm saying? We back to getting that lettuce, that
cheese,
stacking that cabbage,
that feta. You know what I'm saying? That Wonder Bread. You know what I mean? But moving on, man. Like I said, James, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess start it back off with you because you had a comment about what we were saying on the last topic about Ja Morant. So next topic, and I gotta say the title, even though it's not on we're not gonna pull it up on the screen. Ja Wick. So we're gonna talk about Ja Wick.
All right, so
Ja Wick.
I ain't gonna lie.
Or Cheddar Ja.
Cheddar Brown. He ain't shot himself though, but
but he damn near.
My thing about it is this, man. For one, I hate reading people's comments. Hey, it's a cry for help. No damn cry for help, bro. He's just doing dumb stuff. I mean, and two, I feel like he's forgetting being from the age of technology where everybody has a phone. Come on, dog. But then again, he is 23. But to sum it up, they asked Lil Wayne about it.
Yes.
And he said something that made a lot of sense. He was like, I mean, I don't know too much about him. He was like, how can you really say he ain't about that life? Do you really know him? Regardless of the way he grew up in this, that, and the third, because just like Wayne said, like my mom did everything to make everything shake. I still shot myself in the chest. I was still running around with the game bag and doing knucklehead stuff for real at that age.
Cheddar Wayne.
So really, it ain't no Cheddar Wayne, bro.
John,
You dirty
John Wayne.
You dirty to that, bro.
John Wayne. He made a song called John Wayne.
Yeah, I know.
But that's the main part about. I mean, for one, for all these people talking about you ain't about that. How do you really know for real? That's for one. For two, he just making dumb decisions. He need to stay off of social media. He need to tell his people to stay off of social media.
So speaking of that, what you just said, that kind of ties into the quote. Like I said earlier, when I said the quote earlier, and I was like, it ties into a topic that we have. It tied into the, you know what I'm saying, John Moran situation or John Wick or Cheddar John, whatever you want to call him right now. It says, Siege, you wasn't knowing at that time, but the quote was, the people in your life should be a source of reducing stress and not causing more of it. So with that being said, like I said, I picked that because I wanted to tie that in with the John Moran situation. So the people around him are the people that's holding the phone. You know what I'm saying? They holding the phone, they around and they see what he's doing. They should be the cause of less stress, not be the cause of more of it. Now, by you holding the phone and you filming this guy waving the gun, now you're the cause of more stress because now all of the stuff that he's doing is becoming a penalty. Now, in the beginning, a couple months ago when he did it the first time, and here's the thing about the whole situation. It's not like it's the first time again. This is the second time. You feel me? It's the second time. It's reoccurring. He feel like, okay, we out the playoffs. I'm not playing. I don't got to go to practice. Now I could just do what I want. Like, no. That ain't the case. But rewind. I'll get to that in a second. The first time it was mental health and all of that shit.
Yeah.
My thing is, don't get me wrong. Like everybody has a different. Like I said, everybody actually goes through different things that they're either equipped to handle or not equipped to handle. But okay, you got that going the first time. Okay, but then you apologize and you go to therapy. You see some people. You work it out. You make a public announcement saying, "Oh, it was this, and I'm okay now, man. Thank you guys for listening to me. I'm sorry I let my fans down." Fast forward a couple months later, you do it. You get.
But I had to correct you on something that you just said about that.
That's cool. You get you a bigger gun because a lot of people was clowning you on the little poo that you had the first time. Now you get you a bigger gun and you do it again.
Nah. This one because you try to. From what I got from what you said earlier, it was just like when it comes to family and friends and stuff, they was just having a good time. The first part of the shot, he didn't have no gun. Then it looked over, he back in the homeboy, we riding it like they was in the 80s, whatever they was riding in. Cool. Then he was like, hey, back to my homie. Like, oh, this nigga, you wasn't even eat.
What is the necessity?
I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Why is it necessary to film yourselves having a good time? You can't be having that much
because
of a good time.
Because he's 23, see? He's 23.
I get that.
He's 23.
No,
I get being
no, but you got to listen, though, too. What I'm saying is, though, so if you 23 and you out and you hanging and you filming everything, that's cool. But when you are a public figure, you got to have certain stopgaps in place. First off, don't pull out the gun. Secondly, he can attest to this. Sometimes I don't want to be on camera, bro. So if I'm driving around or I'm going somewhere and I'm kicking it and I know they like to live everything up, I'm not going, bro. Why do I want to be on camera? Or if it's a certain type of event or we supposed to just be kicking it and it's at my spot, I'm like, hey, bro, like I ain't trying to be nobody daddy or nothing, bro, but can y'all keep the cameras off or can y'all slide them over there or something? Because I'd rather just play cards and drink and talk, bro, and I want to be candid with y'all. I don't want to have y'all filming everything I'm saying, or I don't want my place all on the screen. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like if I could do that, even back then, because there's been situations to where I did it back in the G. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the only difference with back in the G is that when all of that shit became like a thing, we was older than 23.
But yeah, true too. But after this too. But peep this point too. So, and this is just leading into that. Like, like you said, you've been through it one time already with the IG Live post because he got incidents before that. So if you've been through it once with the same characters that you in there already, why are y'all still filming, bro? Like, y'all know this dude gonna pull out his gun, so y'all still gonna film?
But that reminded me of that Oswald 3000.
Bro,
Don't give me no gun.
I was just about to
what I'm gonna do, bro.
Hey, bro, I said that the other
Don't
day.
put no
Like,
strap
come on,
around
bro.
that.
Hey, man, don't give me no gun. You know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna get straight on IG Live. You know what I'm gonna do with it.
Every time,
As soon as you get that mug.
So the first thing,
like,
and the first thing they do, soon as they hopping, like soon as they chilling, they gotta post that they kicking it together. Like, all right, cool. Why not have that? Hey, bro, listen, bro. Is it cool? We go on live, bro. You got a strap on you, bro. Like, can you put the?
Give me the strap.
Can we have a good time without you popping off with the strap? All right, bro.
And then too, it's the safety. It's the safety of it all. Like, bro, you could blow your damn face off, bro.
So I seen a post, and I've seen certain people respond to this post and like, oh, I don't see the difference. I don't see nothing wrong. And I'm pretty sure that both of y'all probably seen this post as well, where you got Draymond Green and LeBron James holding guns. One, you can clearly see that Draymond Green and LeBron James is at a gun range.
Yeah, they had a facility.
So they're at a facility. They're not waving it like they're in the music video. They're at a gun range. And a lot of people like, yeah, he didn't do nothing wrong. It's not illegal. So why is he getting so much penalty? And who is it? Is it JJ Redick?
JJ Redick said the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it is JJ Redick.
JJ
JJ Redick
said
said that as well. And which, on one hand, I can get it. Kind of alluding to what you're saying. He's 23. Like, we all remember being early 20s, man. We wow. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. I wowed out, and fortunately for us, social media wasn't as huge as it is now. We didn't have the type of phone access.
There was an NBA player that said that too.
Yeah, we didn't have that type of stuff. There's a lot of athletes I've seen say that. I heard Michael Irvin said that too. He was like, man,
that was
if social media like it is now, back then, I'd have been fined, suspended, kicked off the team for all the stuff that I did. And the only thing you got to wait to is see it in the paper 5 days after we get done with the game.
But you know what? When I think about that, about the whole Ja Morant situation, this is another topic that came from 50. And he was like, what people don't understand, and I think he was speaking on like people just always being recorded that are superstars. Once the public pays you and you get paid by the public to perform or do a service, you are public property.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter about
I've seen that too.
what you want.
I don't agree with that phrasing though. But
what you mean?
You're not public
You know what
property.
he said he don't agree with that phrasing.
With the phrasing?
Not with
Yeah,
what you said.
you're not property because you still got the choice to exit said contract. If you was property, you won't have you couldn't. My phone can't exit unless I make it exit. This is property.
Right.
But anyway,
I mean, I get it. But I get what you're saying, James said. But the thing is that to allude to what the last thing that you just said is the fact that yes, what he did is not illegal. It's not. But the reason why he's getting so much controversy about it is because you're a part of a brand. The people that think there's nothing wrong with it, you are the same individuals that do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't see nothing wrong with going on IG Live or Facebook Live or live on Twitter or whatever else you can go live on, waving the pistol. My thing is that the fact of what you're doing that and you got a 9 to 5. You're not about to lose your 9 to 5 over that. You're not. This guy is a.
But you might.
You might. But my thing is, this guy is worth millions of dollars. You have sponsors. You got Nike. You got the NBA.
Paul Pierce.
Nike.
Right. You got
Powerade. NBA.
You got the NBA logo.
And this shoe was about to drop. And they
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you got all this stuff with as far as I know, it's more political, but all you got all this stuff about gun control and people having suicides and gun shootings and all of this. And then here we go with somebody that the kids look up to. What is he doing? He's waving a gun on his IG.
But
by you being under my brand, if I don't agree with that, and I've told you, and if we've already expressed that's not what this brand does, that's paying you money, that pays you, that provides your lifestyle, and then you go and do it again, yes, you're going to receive a penalty. You're doing something that we've already told you we do not agree with. This is not us. Right. Now, if you're doing it on your own time, if you got a freaking Polaroid with guns waving, don't nobody care. It's the fact that you're going live and you're letting the youth understand that this is cool.
I look at it too, like just like we were talking about social media earlier, and I never understood why guys did this on Facebook. Like from when we was coming up, when Facebook was, MySpace. MySpace was the thing. Then you want to see it on Facebook. What these young niggas and all these, bro, you got pictures of you with straps on social media. Like, it's been going on since MySpace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? He's like, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I've never took a picture with guns and stuff like that. That's one thing I didn't do. But to be honest, it wasn't like I did it for a reason. To be honest, I just never had the opportunity.
Well, some dudes do it for the women. Some dudes do it for females.
But
though.
As far as that go hand in hand with the money that they all with the guns that they also do was the money. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm victim of in the MySpace days taking a picture. I didn't got my first big paycheck. I didn't either held it or spread it on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like back then they had make your the song I make it rent. Like I had that, throwing the money in the air, taking photos. Like, yeah, bro, I'm getting that paper. I've been there, and also, I was young, so I do understand the factor of age. I do, but at the same time, is that not only are you young, but now you are in the public eye. Now you're like Steve said, you're a public figure. Now you're attached to a brand. So you're not just you're not a regular 23-year-old kid.
You're a 23-year-old kid with 200 million. 200 million.
You're a 23-year-old NBA basketball star that's superstar that's attached to labels, that's attached to brands.
The important thing about the brand to understand, just to simplify for people, is like when Nike is a brand specifically targeted to athletes, right? Specifically targeted to athletes, not gangsters, not what I'm saying, not thug people who I hate using the word thug because he ain't no thug or nothing like that, but and they like to generalize black people as thugs, so scratch that. But not people that's about that life, not what I'm saying, not about they not talking to. Of course, they sell a lot of shoes to people to the urban community, people in the streets and stuff like that with their different brands, but that's not what the market is for. The market is specifically targeted to athletes. So once somebody do something that crosses the line of not being an athlete, why am I paying you?
That's my point. That's part of
why am I paying?
Yeah.
Like, and the same thing with Powerade. Powerade, all right, we're gonna still stick by him. And the same thing with Nike. They said we're gonna stick by him, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna help him get the help he need, blah, blah, blah. So to your point, once they said this can't happen again, bro, but we're gonna help you get what you need. Then you went to a facility for 8 days, came out with a statement and did all of that, and then you do it again 2 weeks after you said, yeah, I feel better because I don't have none of that social media drama. And then you cause yourself some more social media drama 2 weeks after you just took a L. It's like,
what are you doing?
And then he came out with another song. I got some more work to do on myself. Like, bruh, no. Like, bruh.
And then you got to think for people like me. People like me. I got 3 boys in here. You know what I'm saying? So if the boys is looking up to John, he doing all this gangster stuff. See, I own guns too. I got to stop and say, I own guns. I'm a gun owner. Well, safety first though. But if I'm not over here waving them and doing that. So if my kids is looking up to somebody that's doing that, I immediately got to disassociate his behavior with what he should be doing. Like, nah, bro, that ain't how we do it, bro. Like, he tripping. You know what I'm saying? We like his basketball play. That's cool, but not that behavior right there. All right, this is why. Look, boom, 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 boom. This is how many people died this year from mishandling guns. This is how many people. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to do a whole long list. I read a scroll to my kids to tell them why this behavior is wrong because they look up to somebody that shouldn't be doing the dumb shit in the first place.
Right. So like I said, man. One real quick before we continue, I do want to send out a special prayer. We live in a city of Dayton, man. I don't know if it made national news or not. I think so because I seen my aunt made a post there, and she live in California, and she seen it on the news. It was a shooting at D-Max, a factory called D-Max. So I do want to send a special prayer to the victims of that situation. Not just the victims, but everybody that was a part of that situation. So every employee that has got affected by that situation. I also got a brother that worked there. He is safe, sound. There's a couple people I know that worked there that did make it out safe and sound as well. But like I said, I do want to send a special prayer to the people that isn't. And I kind of brought that up for two reasons because we were all talking about guns, And in that case, from the story that we've heard up till now, like I don't work there, so of course I can't tell you no factual information because I'm not fully sure. But from the people that I've heard that do work there, the case is that a guy, all of that happened over a female. All of that happened over a girl, a chick. Two boobs in a vajayjay is a reason for lives to be lost. One, bruh, is a sin. I don't know who it was as a shooter. You might be a family member. You might be a friend that's listening. I don't know, bro. And I'm sorry. But at the same time, that's a simp move. That's a simp move. If anything, is that there's nothing there. It's only a few things that's serious to take somebody's life. One, if your life is in danger. Two, if your kids or your spouse life is in danger. But over a chick that you're not married to and no abuse or anything like that was caused, she made a choice. She made a decision to have sex with somebody else, to cheat on you. That's not a reason to come in to a place of work and take somebody's life. So I say that to say this is that for some of the people that think that, oh, well, John Moran didn't do anything wrong. Okay. But when you show these kids and the people that's coming up that improper gun safety or gun etiquette, things like this is going to keep occurring. You know what I'm saying? You have to show people proper etiquette, proper gun etiquette. When you're in a room full of people, you're not pointing it. The gun is pointed down. Your finger is off the trigger. You know what I'm saying? All those different steps. When you just see people waving it, and, oh, such and such got the strap on them. Oh yeah, I always gotta keep a strap on me. Now you got people growing up. Yeah, once they might see it when they 15, but then guess what? They're gonna grow up. So next thing you know, they end up in a situation at 25. Their favorite rap artists are not even just their rap artists now. Your favorite rap artist, your favorite NBA player, your favorite actor, all then got caught with some type of gun charge or gun assault or gun type of social media. So now you associate yourself with that. You know what I'm saying? So now you end up in a pickle that now you can't get out of. Now you didn't shot a gun trying to be cool and try to make a statement. And all right. Now you in the situation.
So if I could ask y'all a question about this adult, what do you think is suitable punishment, if any?
Suitable punishment for what?
John Moran.
I don't know. I can't get into that.
I didn't see.
Can't get into the punishment.
I know he got a. What'd you say? It's my fault.
I said I know he got suspended indefinitely, but I can't even get into the punishment on his end just because I watch the league closely and stuff like that, but they still got to go through he still got to figure out what his sponsors is doing. Like that's
Yeah,
just
so-
a lot of moving parts.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you was a sponsor, would you indefinitely put them out? Would you drop
If I'm
everything?
if I'm a sponsor, yeah. If you yeah, because I maybe like it just depends. Well, to me, I would say he ain't serious. I would think he wasn't serious because you went to the facility for 8 days, put out a statement, did it again a few months later, and then they already ChatGPT your statement and found out that you was using ChatGPT for your statement. So you're not serious. So in my case, yeah.
So that was real. He did get found. That I thought they said it sounded like he did.
Nah, what's the name? Put it on.
I didn't hear what you said. What you said?
They put in a thing like in ChatGPT, like write me an apology for doing the same thing and it was almost verbatim. Who said that? Who did that on a what's her name? Shannon Sharp.
Okay.
Shannon Sharp said somebody did ChatGPT or something like that and did it on the show like Thursday. Or
What is
something.
ChatGPT? What is that?
It's like an AI program where it'll type stuff up that you type in, like type me up a 500-word essay about NASCAR, and it'll just populate. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So somebody, I guess, on social media that he's seen, because he said it on his show, did the ChatGPT, and it came up with the same statement, bro.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. He's not learning from his. It's boom. I'm in trouble. Hey, what do I need to do to get it out? So the people that's helping making him the bread that he also paying is like, hey man, you need your publicist, your whatever. Hey, do this. Let's get out of it. Okay, well, I'm gonna issue out this statement. You're not learning from the situation, John.
You're responding too quickly for one. Just sit back. If I was you, I'd just disappear, lay low, don't do nothing,
And
don't do anything.
my thing is, I can almost guarantee what happened. He, like you said, well, this is probably 9 times out of 10. Of course, I can't be quoted on it, but this is what I think fully happened. I think that he was like, boom, my season over with. I'm not going to practice. I'm not going to the facilities right now. I'm having personal time. Before, I only got in trouble because it was during the season. He not thinking like, oh, I'm a part of.
But I'm looking at that like they had who? I think it was KD. KD was surfing. Oh, well, he's surfing. I'm like, yeah, bro, you ain't got nothing else going on. Go surf. Go surf. Go do
that's
something.
That's not conduct detrimental though. Like that's not conduct.
You get what I'm saying? Like go do something safe. Take your kids and your nephews to Disney. Right? You know people graduate. Go find something constructive to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I'm saying I think that he was just like, oh, I only got in trouble the last time is because it was okay. I know not to do it during the season, but my season over with. We're not in the playoffs no more. So like Steve said, 2 weeks after you get booted, now you, boy.
He gonna hurt himself, bro.
So,
he gonna get himself in a position he don't want to be in.
He already in the position that he don't want to be in.
No, I mean something worse, like either taking a life or taking your life or an accident.
I
don't think it's gonna get that far because here's where he's at right now. Where he's at right now, well, to answer your question about what punishment, I agree with Siege. I don't know all the ins and outs, like how many, because as far as the sponsors and stuff like that, they're looking at the money. Is there a way to overcome what's been done to where we can still make this money?
We done spent $60 million on these shoes. Is we gonna still put these shoes out, or is it gonna be detrimental for us to put them out?
Right.
Is it gonna be bad for us?
Are we willing to take this loss? Can we take this loss and move on? Because they took the loss from Kyrie, but they easily could say, all right, we gonna scrap this on Kyrie
for way less.
So we can move on to the younger star, which was Ja Morant. So now it's like, can we move it? You know what I'm saying?
But you know kind of how the NBA move. Look at what they did to Paul Pierce. Look at what they did to Agent Zero. Come on, dog. You got
Agent Zero had it on NBA premises though. Like that's why they investigated Ja in the first place.
Me and him had talked about that earlier.
You can't have it in NBA. You can't have it in NBA premises, facilities during travel. None of that. Once they catch you like that, it's you done. And it's and that was David Stern too. David Stern would have had Ja's ass out the first time. David Stern would have been like, yeah.
First time he wouldn't even have played the playoff game. He'd have been suspended the rest of the season.
This season and then next season.
But that was the only difference with Agent Zero, because I said that earlier this week. Me and bro was talking about it earlier this week, and
even just using the whole Paul Pierce, just as far as sports world in general, he had no guns. He just had a little weed, some strippers. But dog, you know how they coming, bro, and they know that you black.
Again.
Come on, bro.
Because once again, all of those people, you're attached to a brand. As far as that brand is considered, we are bigger than you. You are not bigger than us. You're under us. We hired you. We paying you, and we can't condone you out here smoking weed, drinking, strippers, all this shit that made public. You're making so it's just as classic as my mom and my parents. My parents used to say this to me all the time. When you leave this house, you are a representation of me. Every time as soon as you get off that last step, I don't care if you at the stop sign, I don't care if you're at the store, I don't care where you at. Whatever you've done is going to be associated with who I am. So if you get in trouble for this bullshit right here, and I don't condone it, that's not what we represent. So now I got to kick your ass. Because now you're out there misrepresenting me. Same thing with these brands. Now you're out there misrepresenting me. So with that being said, now I got to hurt you. Now what's the way out? So we're older, so of course they're not about to give them a whooping. How can I hurt you? I can hurt your money.
One thing for sure, two things for certain. I guess you can say he dropped the bag.
Took out the trash bag.
I got a hole in it.
He has to hold the bag. That's a trash statement, bro. That's funny though.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That's horrible,
man. I don't know, man. As far as what his punishment should be, like I said, I'm kind of with Siege. It's kind of hard to tell. I think this the definite suspension is as far as at this time
until they do what is it, an investigation or sit down with the council
and all of that.
Figure out.
I think that's worth it, but right now I don't think it's hurt. I think it needs to be some other things in place that actually affect him directly now. I don't think him not being a part of any team services or anything is really hurting, because what right
he want
now
to run his team when it happens.
Right, like it's off season right now. You got rookies and all of that coming in. You got the summer league about to start and all. You got all that stuff. Right now he's a superstar. He's not a part of most of those things right now anyway. He's not playing in the summer league.
I'm pretty sure they still got clauses in them contracts where the teams won't lose no money. Because in the NBA, I know your contracts is guaranteed, but it's certain like stipulations behind certain activities. Like if you was to go to jail, like Mike Vick, when he went to jail, he still owed the Falcons money because he didn't fulfill his obligation. So if Ja Morant end up doing something, or they end up saying like, listen, bro, like we got to get out of this because his behavior is this and we can't use this, they can end up suing him for the money that they already done paid him, or they already guaranteed him to get from out of the contract is basically what I'm saying. So he better stop messing around.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's gonna be some other stuff down the pipe that he's actually gonna get hit with. But right now, can I actually say what he deserves? No. But he needs something so he can fully understand. Like, listen, bro.
He deserves a little bit more grace. That's why he deserves a little more grace, bro. I say that. He deserved that, but he also deserved better people in this corner that's gonna tell him stop doing the dumb stuff.
Like man, just cut the camera off, and like
not even just the camera. Stop pulling out your gun. What do you have?
Yeah, that's the main thing. But yeah,
stop pulling it out. Thanks. We can be on IG because bro, we want to look hot, fly, flashy. That's cool. I got it. Nigga, ball out then. That's cool. Cool.
What's the gun for?
That's cool. Why do you have to pull the gun out, bro?
Right. What's the gun for?
Bro? And then it's just like a lot of people saying, bro, you got too much money not to have security, bro.
Right.
A nigga saying trust me, that's the first thing
he don't have the gun for security purposes. I don't care what he said. It's not for security purposes. It's not because
it's like an accessory with his clothing though.
He like this one match.
He said, bro, ooh-wee.
I like the way this one looks.
This one nickel, yeah, boy.
This one with the Crocs, yeah.
Like
he don't got him. He not doing all that shit for security, bro. Because like you said, why? Like Steve said before, why? No, like you said before, why be around people that I have to be defensive around all the time? Why am I hanging around with these people that I gotta bring my gun with me? You know what I'm saying? I have to. Like now, like she said, he's a gun owner. So he brings his gun. He brings his gun with him. That's, you know what I'm saying. He's licensed.
Makasil,
yeah, you know what I'm saying. He's licensed to do so. But
I also don't have enough money to hire security. I'm not a public figure. You know what I mean? I can't just hire security.
But I mean, if you just like you see times where people's gotten like photos of like LeBron riding by himself. I'm pretty sure Brian got a little strap with him, or these athletes. You can't tell me they don't. When you see them just riding dolo.
Brian probably got security that hold his straps, bro. He probably don't got one.
I mean, but just like, you know what I'm talking about, how they be on the Instagram, but then you just see the stars by themselves. Just like, people take videos of The Rock when he in his truck and this, that, and the third.
Now, maybe
if they got some protection, I wouldn't put it past him.
Maybe in his home.
But my thing is, all of that stuff is not illegal. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. If he just owned a strap, we're not having this conversation. If you just owned one, we're not having that conversation.
That's what you're doing with
the conversation. Yes, what you do with it. Just like they always say.
They in there clowning.
Oh, okay.
That's my kids in there wrestling.
The funny, but the thing is, I got kids too, and it's just Brooklyn.
It's just Brooklyn, bro. I ain't gonna lie, my heart kind of stopped for a second. I'm like, what?
So I thought it was Brooklyn. I thought it was, what the hell is she doing? I don't know to be like, hey, bro, y'all keep it rolling.
That was a parent moment, like,
everybody parents here.
Everybody. She by herself, man.
What's she doing? Did she let the dog
Yeah,
out?
man, coming in here talking about, hey, Dad, I just bumped my head.
Yeah. And then we had a dad moment, everybody. Everybody seen the dad slide.
Oh, man. Everybody started thinking and looking. And
everybody came to a quick stop real quick, analyzed the situation with our ears. That's why the greatest of all time, we know exactly what's going on just by listening. You know what I mean? Right. But anyway, what's up saying?
I made my nerves bad, but I don't know. But
listen, I already knew what they was doing, because the last time they came in, when y'all see that door behind me open, he was like, Dad, we about to do it. I went in there real quick, checked what they said out, that somebody was supposed to be at the door, checked the door. They started immediately wrestling. That's all I knew what it was. Like, all right.
Yeah, it just got us. Like I said, because Brooklyn upstairs by herself. And we like, bro.
She up there with the dog, so I thought she was playing with the dog or something. I'm like,
something crazy done happened.
I'm like, why did it sound? I was like, why did it sound so faint? Like it sounded like she was outside,
like all the way up there.
She ain't supposed to be. I was about to. Hey, look, I'm glad you was like, hey, that's my kids, because I was about to get on her ass real quick.
I seen your face. That's why I said that. I seen y'all like, hold on.
Yeah. I was about to be like, hey, keep rolling. Boom. Hey! And then you would have really heard them screaming. But nah, the thing is, man, it's not, everybody don't deserve a gun. You know, that's what I was saying. Is that everybody don't deserve a gun.
You don't deserve it.
It's people that everybody know. Everybody know that one person that be like, yeah, bro. Bro don't need no gun. Like, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you get one,
I can't get why people was blaming his dad though. Saying his dad was a bad dad.
I get that. What? The reason why I get that is because you have a son. You tell me all the time, bro, you need to have a boy, man. I hope you have a boy. And stop wishing that shit on me, for one.
Having a boy is amazing.
Unless you gonna get another chick pregnant and y'all have a boy and you give me that boy. Don't wish it on me.
2 boys.
No, you're gonna give me that one, because I'm not about to go through it again. No, I'm not. But anyway, I'm not. So stop wishing that shit on me, because if something happened, bro, we boxing flat out, flat out, because it's gonna be your fault. But and I'm being for real.
You outside right now.
I want you to know I'm being so straight up. Nigga, we're going to have to go around.
I got some gloves at the house.
That's cool. We at least going to have to go around one. You know what I'm saying? 30 seconds. That's all I got. But the thing is, you got a son. But not even just sons, but just children, just children as a whole. You never stop raising your kids.
Okay.
It doesn't matter their status. So, with that being said, if Jimmy is 23 years old and your friends on his IG and you see him and you know before the brands, before the sponsors, he is a representation of you, and that's not what we do because you know exactly how you raised him.
Yeah.
Are you not going to say, hey, son, I don't need you to post blah, blah, blah. You need to separate yourself from blah, blah, blah. So with that being said, you being a parent, you being the dad, you need to be on his ass to be like, bro, you're about to kill it all.
This what I'm saying. They stay in the same vicinity, if I'm not mistaken. They beds is like directly right next to him. Mm-hmm. Who said that his dad didn't say anything to him? How many times has your mom or your dad told you not to do something? You like, yeah, yup, that makes sense. Okay. La 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 la.
About 50-50.
So what I'm saying is, why is everybody just assuming his dad is doing nothing? Just because he's not publicly being like, yeah, you know, have my son out and take off my belt on him, but yeah, he still get whoopings. Yeah,
because
I still dealt with him.
You know why?
Like,
because Ja Morant ain't hopping on live with freaking lumps on his head. Now, if he hopped on and when it was time to give his apology, he was lumped up. What nobody say is that.
No, because there's probably something in the contract too. Because matter of fact, I think, tell me if I'm wrong. Isn't it like if you're an athlete in these contracts, there are certain things they do not want you doing, like no snowboarding, no doing anything that could really endanger your life.
That's athlete.
That's
athlete specific. Like certain athletes that got hurt while they was hooping, then they second contract it wasn't no hooping. It's like some NBA players that's like no pickup games.
Because I thought,
but it's not for every.
I think like Patrick Mahomes had something like he couldn't ride a motorcycle. It was like.
Yeah,
because didn't he get into a motorcycle accident though?
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think so.
But it's certain stuff because it's like we're paying you to play this initial sport. So even before the money come, my coaches in high school used to tell me the same thing. We got caught during football season, and it wasn't gym class. We were just in the gym hooping, and we all got in trouble. And we like what we get we still saying active, coach. What you mean? He like, right? We got a game on Friday. Like, what happens if y'all out here playing this pickup game for fun and you roll your ankle? Now you can't play in the game on Friday. You know what I'm saying? So it's like an extension of that because they're definitely paying them money. Like what James said. For anybody that just tuned in, is that why everybody criticizing Ja Morant's dad, assuming that he didn't say or try to do anything. Now, as far as assuming it, I can get that, but I can get why people saying something, man, because like I said, you never stop raising your child. The only time you stop raising your child is if they didn't met the criteria that you didn't set and was like, hey, man, you got it now, boy. I'll wipe my hands. Hey, from here on out, you're an adult. You're making all your decisions. I ain't got nothing to say with it. This, that, and the third. But from my understanding is that you never stop raising your children. It doesn't matter how old they are. If my mom and my dad was still here, RIP, I'm pretty sure they would still be you know what I'm saying, have something to say about certain life decisions and certain choices that I'm making, like, hey, E, I don't think you should do this. Hey, look, this comes with this, and that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you're at the end of the day, I don't care how old you get. I don't care how much success you have. You're still my child. And I think with the situation with Ja Morant, like you said earlier, he is still 23. You're 23. At 23, I was still on my parents' insurance. You know what I'm saying? I was on somebody's insurance. Oh, I ain't have my own.
I don't like
It's
really.
like-
I don't even like really specifically talking about. You know what I'm saying? His dad, for instance, just because I don't know. I do know he said in the interview, one of the interviews, like they was like best friends, which that could be. People always say,
Yeah, that could be a part of the problem.
Best friend, yeah, it could be a part of the problem. But I don't know enough about it because he still could be. I do know several reports on that they've been reporting on, which I don't know how true it is. I'm assuming it's true because it's legal information that you can just look up. That like his mom one time called him when she got bad service at a Foot Locker, and he came with his boys.
Yeah, I seen that.
Or something
Yeah.
that the mom came with his boy. Now that's an issue. Like why you shouldn't be putting your child in a situation. Your child, just not even superstar child, just child in general.
Hey, so
If you're not if you're not in danger, like if it's just bad service, you know what I'm saying, you can slide on out on bad service.
yeah, hey, quick question, Siege or James. I don't know if either one of y'all got the answer. Is John Morant's dad and his mom together, or are they?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't ever see them really ever see them together when I'm watching
Together,
the games.
yeah.
Because the same thing that you're talking about with his mom's, I've seen that same thing. So, but my whole thing was that if you and the pops are still together, why are you calling your son instead of your
So they
husband?
must, yeah, that's true. They must not. Yeah, that's probably true. They must not be.
But at the same time, like you said, Siege, that's a problem. That's an issue. Like,
If you're not in imminent danger, though, like if you in danger, call whoever you got to call to get the situation rectified. But if you,
but even if you are, like, even with that being said, it still goes along. To me, it goes along the same line of you would think that he has security. So if you're calling your son about a situation, hey, security detail, my mom is having a situation. She's at such and such location. I need y'all to help
Sounds
her out.
like a Foot Locker, yeah.
You know,
Like
yeah,
a
but
Foot
I
Locker.
need y'all to help her out with that situation. Like, there's no need for me to be like, all right, mom, here I come.
You know that's what he did. Though. You know that's exactly
let
what
me
he did.
let me
bro.
put on these.
I can't wait. Black Forces.
Let me
Black
put,
Forces.
let me put on this Nike shoe deal that I just got.
I'm gonna kill him with these, literally and unliterally
Like,
figuratively.
no, like, bro, these people. My whole thing about the whole situation that I hate, and it's more than just it's bigger than John Morant. Is the fact that you spend your entire life doing what to make it out the hood. Now,
Bruh.
it's a slim chance. The chances are this thin, bro, for you to become a professional athlete. It doesn't matter what sport it is. Your chances are thin. You're not. It's 1 in a million chances to become a professional athlete. You know what I'm saying? You made it. You done made it through high school. You
I
done
think
made
I
it through
got something
college.
that you about to say.
And you
I
done
think I
made
got
it.
something
And
about to
now, at the end of the fucking day, you got all these people that's still in the trap, that's still in the hood, living off your success and what they want you to do. Keep it real and let's do it like we did it back in the day. No, I made it out for
But
a
I can
reason.
also say this because
Not that he
In
was in the hood.
contrast-
Not that he was in the hood in the first place. But still,
but it's just like if Marshawn Lynch is out of trouble, because I don't think he had no gun troubles at all.
No, he just do what he just
But I
do.
know that he was a hood ass. Like, bro,
He
he
still
stays
is. He
still
who he is, like his mannerisms. But if he can stay out of trouble without no guns, and you know for sure there had to be some illegal activity of what he was going on. But just find something better to do with your time. And I also feel like it's one of the things that I brought up earlier in the show: accountability. You agree with it? Accountability. Take the accountability and figure out, is this something that you still want to do? If so, you can't do this no more. If not, and you want to go sign a record deal with Epic Records and start dropping hot fire with Dylan, that's cool.
Dunk
That's
on you,
cool.
Dunk on you records.
That's cool. Dunk on your records. You know what I mean?
yeah, true.
You can do all of that. So if basketball's still what you want to do, no, you can't do this. If you want to just go into acting or do something else or put yourself through college and do something else, that's fine. If you want to stay in the league and this is still what you want to do, and oh yeah, you got to fulfill this contract or you're going to be broke. Finish your contract and figure out what you want to do.
And
Find something safe to do.
But even real quick, when it comes to the NBA, man, and this was a while ago, like I don't even think John Morant was in the league when this interview was out and published. If it was, he was just coming in. But Melo said it. And I want to say it was a 30 for 30 or some type of interview, man. Melo even said it. He was like, bro, they brought me in the office and was like, bro, do you think you think your life is yours?
I seen that.
Basically, like, you think your life is yours? Bro, we know him. We know the childhood friend that you didn't have since you was 6 years old. We got tabs on everybody. We know what you do.
Everything you do.
You don't have a private life. There is nobody a part of your life that we don't know and we have not looked up. You know what I'm saying? We know these people. So either you can go this way and hang with your friends, and then you can be off the team and out the league, and your career is over with because you want to clown around with the wrong type of people. Or you can cut them people off and continue your career and making what you say, Siege? Getting that bag. I don't know why we picking on you.
We
with
do
the
got a
bag.
comment, though.
Yeah, we do got a comment. I just was about to read
Go
that
ahead.
too.
Whichever one of y'all want to read it, don't matter.
Yeah, I got it pulled up down here so we can see the names. This one is from let's say Tika. He not the only one who was on camera with a gun. He's super young. This is stuff his generation do. But I don't see nobody else getting penalized for taking pictures with guns. We had kind of already addressed that situation.
No, but with that being said, drop a tag the other people. Yeah, shout out to Tika. Thank you for commenting. Shout out to other names that you've seen that are people being on camera with the gun
Who are pro athletes.
Yeah, so that
Pro
way,
athletes.
if you're referring to the LeBron James and Draymond Green situation, then what we mentioned that earlier, probably before you tuned in, is that those two people were at a gun range. They wasn't just waving AR-15s and they was, I ain't gonna lie, the pictures they had, they was dealing something
Big.
huge, heavy.
Knock your shoulder
But
off.
they was at a shooting range, so you're at a place to shoot the
shoot.
weapon. That's what
Yeah.
you're there for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't at a place shooting a weapon. He was just on IG
One
live.
time he laying down live with the next time he's sitting there.
Wasn't somebody last fall? I think it was Florida who was doing that. He was shooting a music video with his weapon and it was loaded, and he shot through somebody's house and killed his niece.
Yeah,
Something like that. That's
Yeah,
kind of what the situation like.
yeah. I can't remember
difference
who it
between
was,
the two
but I do
situations.
remember that story.
He was like a up and coming rapper in like Florida or somewhere like that, and ended up doing the same thing, waving his weapon, and ended up firing and ended up.
So it's
just more or less like, but
just real quick. I just want to tell her this real quick. So like I said, real quick, if you have the other celebrities that you feel did the same thing, go ahead and drop them in and tag them so we can go ahead and talk about it while we're on this topic. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and if you got to do some research real quick, or let us know what other celebrities have done this and didn't receive an equivalent type of discipline.
I just think once again, it's just more or less like self-accountability, and I think it's a great idea to have a mentor. He need like a Carmelo or somebody to be a mentor. Like kind of keep him kind of like a PO, kind of like your PO. Like, look, bro, this where we at.
You bugging.
This where you going.
You're about to blow it. Cuz.
This where you going. Now picture this: you eating ham and cheese sandwiches for the rest of your life.
You about to be back.
You'll be a bad boy at Kroger's.
You about to be making ramen noodles, son.
All day. Son. All day.
Like, but that's my thing about the situation. Like, I understand that he's 23. I understand that he's young. I understand that social media is a big thing. But like I said, when you're attached to a brand, when you are attached to something that's worth billions, you know what I'm saying? That's worth billions, and they pay you. Just like if you got your 9 to 5, and you sign a contract that's saying that you shouldn't be able to do something, and then you do it anyway. You can't go into that office or that HR office or manager office and be like, "Hey, man, I'm young. I didn't know any better. I got mental health stuff."
No,
they're gonna be like, "Okay, I understand that, but you signed this contract and you agreed to what we stated. We stated that This is something that we don't condone. You did it anyway. You got caught doing it. So with that being said, you have a nice life. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to move on. So with so much money being involved, personally, man, I think Memphis gonna try to keep him as long as they can. But I think that he's probably gonna end up having to leave Memphis. Now, and I don't think it has anything to do with his play. Of course, Memphis going to try to keep him the full contract. But with incidents like this popping up where he's at, I don't know where his mention is. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he got some type of place to stay.
Matter of fact, if it is Memphis, I was watching a Project Pat interview that happened, I think it was earlier this year. And he was talking about Memphis, about how Memphis is a open carry.
It is. Most states in the South are.
Yeah.
So with that, I mean, it's probably messed up because it's all around you all the time. But dog, especially during the off, Craig, you got fired on your day off. Like, bro, it's your day off, bro.
No, but we live in open carry too, though, and we don't see it all the time. We open carry.
Yeah. But my thing is, it doesn't matter if it's open carry. Like, you are part of a business.
So you need to do business life.
But if you're open carrying and you're open carrying responsibly, this won't be no issue. It's like it's the image projected on the brands, like E been saying, like, you know what I'm saying. So
like he could have did the same video. We sitting here, boom, you got the camera, and he could have had the gun right there on his lap. You're not filming my lap like, hey, he got a gun too. No, you're up here at the face. Your face, but I'm saying his face is the moneymaker. Like, I could have been just like this. He could have been just like this, turning up. No, but you had to be like, oh, you got the camera.
What if I would have said, bro, it's NBA YoungBoy's fault, bro? Like, bro, what if he was waving the gun to like some Frank Sinatra or something? He was getting groovy though. Like,
the thing is why is the gun in your hand?
How is this Frank Sinatra, bro?
Right. Because to be honest, as cool as it may seem to people, we saying young people, it's like as cool as it may look or whatever from a hip hop perspective. I guess it looks cool. I don't know. But the only reason why I even stated that I was a gun owner was for the purpose of this show. 9 times out of 10, I have it. I carry it concealed. People don't even know. So that's how I should. That's, you know what I'm saying. Like, hey, I don't know if I'm gonna get into a scuffle or something when I'm out here. I don't have some bad experiences with, some people outside. You know what I'm saying? In the new climate that we in out here. So I keep it on me for protection purposes. I need to make it home to my kids. But the majority of people would have never knew if I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the way it's supposed to be.
Because at the end of the day, the controversy is not about him having a gun. The controversy is about him waving the motherfucker on IG Live. It's your image. You're taking your image. Not only your image, you're taking your sponsor's image, your brand's image, your team's
your life. You protecting your life. You doing with kids. You act like a F-word child, bro. Like, bro, stop playing with guns.
So
it's pretty simple. Stop playing with guns, bro. Right. Why is you playing with the gun?
Right. It's not a prop. So at the end of the day, man, before we get off the show, man, I got one little thing that we probably just gonna hit and miss over. Of course, summertime. I know, depending on where you live at, this might be your kids' last week, or next week might be their last week of school. For a lot of kids, it's next week. I know for a lot of people, they kids get out of school next week. So summertime fun, summertime shootout is around that time. Summertime. So with that being said, do y'all got any certain plans for summertime that's coming up? Is there anything that you want to do, either, for yourself, with your kids, anything? See, we're going to go ahead and start off with you real quick. If you want to, anything that you've been trying to do or about to do.
I sense a lot of barbecues and playing basketball with my boys in the future.
All right, facts. What about you, James?
Really the same, but this summer, I just want to keep him as active as possible. Like, he already know how to swim, but put him through some swimming. Maybe let him go ahead, do some either some AAU or maybe some flag football, just little stuff just to keep him active and moving around for real. Mm-hmm. That's it. Just more than just video games and in the house all day. Nah, just get out there. I don't know. We might go to Coastside. We might go do this. We might just be out a little bit.
I
You know what
gotta.
I mean?
Damn, Lindsay ain't here. I'll try. I'll try to send you this. I got this thing that somebody sent me. It's a free program from kindergarten to 8th grade, summer camp. So
Okay.
I'll send you. I'll send you that link. So, and that's something I'm probably gonna put Brooklyn in because she definitely meet that criteria. Ariana can't get in because she's out of that bracket.
No,
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Poops,
I just seen my little cousin graduate earlier this morning, man. I seen it on live graduating, and Ariana came down, and I gave her the draw. She's like, "What's wrong, Dad?" I'm like, 4 more years now. You trying to leave me? Hey, you gonna try to leave me? She's like, Dad, I ain't going nowhere. And then she hit me with I got 4 years. I'm like, man, look, bro, shut up, bro. You ain't leaving me. I'll handcuff you in your room. You ain't about to leave me. My firstborn. Like, man, you were just Frodo Baggins from the Shire just yesterday. Now look at
yesterday though.
Grown. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I told my wife I don't know what she gonna do because she don't want to be pregnant again. So I said she need to find a way to come up with a baby. And I don't like it.
Chris Kaman, but he took pictures with the same guns that was in the school shooting.
Huh. It's Chris Kaman. Chris Kaman is an athlete, isn't he?
Yeah, so that got to be clarified. He took took a picture with the same guns that was active in the shooting. How did that happen?
How did he get the guns from an active shooter?
Or is it the same type of gun that was used in the shooting?
Because if it was in the shooting,
either the same type or not. I did hear that in one of these shootings that auctioned off the gun.
I mean, I get why that would be.
So the case was closed.
I don't know if this was this scenario, but it was either the same type or it had to be. I did read something like in one of these shootings they did auction off.
It did come up in here. It did come up.
You looking it up, Sage?
Yeah, she posting it too. I see in there.
Okay.
She's about to send it.
Okay, I see it.
Posing with guns.
So while we waiting on the facts real quick on that.
He posing with he posing with the guns. So I can see the literal picture in here. He like holding the guns to the side. I can see why that's insensitive because he holding the guns that was the same type of guns that was used in the shooting. But what was he like? Is he in the? I don't know.
Chris Kaman, like what is he?
Yeah.
That's about to be my next question.
Was he branded with anybody though?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying, Chris. I get what you're saying.
So he was an athlete, like what?
Because he's sitting on the couch in one of them with his guns on his shoulder. He got one point.
Was he still in the league when this happened?
Yeah, he was in the league.
That don't look good though.
So here's my thing. My rebuttal to that. Let me see. Yeah, she did. She said you want your phone.
Use the exact gun. Yeah.
Yeah, but he hold. That's just weird.
But here's my thing. Here's my thing with that. Just real quick, who is Chris Kaman? What team did he play for?
I can tell her that, but
my thing is Chris Kaman is just a guy that he slipped through the cracks. He made it on the team. Now, should he have gotten the same type of repercussions? Of course, I do agree with you with that. But my thing is that he's not attached to a Nike deal. He's not attached to Powerade and sponsors. He was just a guy on the team. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that he is attached to is the brand of the league. He doesn't have as big of a following as, say, a Ja Morant.
So would you say, but should that be any different though?
Yes.
I do feel it as far as the whole standard. I get what you're saying as far as the whole superstardom, but as far as because one of the big things was, when it comes to perspective as a code of conduct for the NBA, that is a little shady when they like, But then even holding guns that was used in the mass shooting, like they said,
okay, no, and they saying it's not they saying that it wasn't the exact guns used in the shooting, but the same kind of guns is what I'm
Same
looking
type.
at.
Okay.
Which still I can see.
It doesn't make it no better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man.
Playing for the Clippers.
He definitely
the
got.
Clippers. What jersey number did he have? And don't look it up.
Bro, why is he? Don't do that.
No,
bro. Don't do that.
but I'm trying to give a point. My point is this: is
Don't
that
nobody know.
don't nobody really know Chris Kaman. Ain't nobody just when you're talking
I've
about
heard the name before.
when you're talking about greatest power forwards. Chris Kaman don't come up into your conversation.
Oh, because he's. Oh,
yeah,
I see that.
he's from the persuasion of caucus.
Ha! Oh no, I get.
Yeah, it's
Now
just,
that that's mentioned,
he in
I
it's just a
kinda
little weird because he like I feel what they saying because the same type of guns is used, so I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can get why the NBA could have came in and
35.
said when the NBA could have came in and said, "Hey, bro, like this is insensitive, bro." But at the same time, then if he's sitting in his own house doing it. If he's sitting in his own house doing it, then you go into the freedom of speech.
The mountains.
But then
He's from the mountains of caucus. Facts.
But then you go into the freedom of speech and freedom of the press thing. Like you can't really litigate, which is the same issue. One of the same issues they're having with Ja. The problem with Ja's the biggest part with Ja, besides the fact that he black, is he was waving it like the image is different. They associate with the image. He in the house now. That's just a little rough, bro.
See, but my thing is this with that situation. Do I agree with what you're saying? Is that man should have got the same type of ridicule? On one extent, yes, but on the other extent is he didn't have as much to take away.
to lose.
Like you're just a guy on a team. If me and you were on the same basketball team,
yeah, I don't know.
We're on the same basketball team. We do the same thing. But
I think that's false equivalence.
I got you, not even me. You got 5 sponsors. You got Nike, you got Powerade, you got Under Armour, everything. You got all of that going for you.
Okay.
All I am, just real quick, and I'm just on the team. And we do the same thing. Let's say we in the same photo. Let's say we both like this. Like freaking
Like
Charlie's
bad
Angels.
boys,
You know what I'm
bad
saying?
boys.
I like that. I'm saying Charlie's Angels. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
see?
That's
Yeah,
wild.
wow.
But at the end of the day, what happens to me might seem a little slap on the wrist compared to what happens to you because you have more at stake than what I have.
The more it is it's like this. One, you know they black, you know they're gonna do it, so you know they're looking for something. But on the flip side, school shootings imposing the same guns, especially if it was after the fact of a
The
shooting,
same type of guns.
especially if it was after a massive shooting.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, that is insensitive.
It's insensitive.
That goes back into what we were talking about earlier, as far as like mental traumas and
But how is
stuff
that?
like. Hold on,
How is that
especially
insensitive? But real quick, how is that
especially
insensitive?
depending
That's
on
all
what
you got.
especially depending on what shooting it specifically was.
Mhm.
If that was race targeted and stuff, that makes it even worse.
So, but
It doesn't matter about how much
it
you
does.
have. It matters that we both play in the NBA.
So
and we should be treated fair.
did he carry the?
And we should be treated
But
fair.
that's not what you said. You said by it being from a shooting, from the same type of guns from a shooting. So what I was
because
being
you're sending
saying
a
is,
message with that.
is it the fact that I know these guns is from a shooting? I know this same.
That's why I just said.
I know. Are you saying? Does he know? We don't know if he knew or if that's just the only
Just
guns he
because
had.
you louder don't mean it's.
I know it's not about
It's
being
a double
louder.
standard. I agree.
No,
I agree completely.
It's not. It's not.
I agree.
Nah,
You
completely.
have
This is a
more to
situation-
lose.
Now this is a situation where it's about like it's hard to you can't relitigate something that happened before. I think the one of the biggest things that E trying to say is that he doing it and we have eyes on him now. Like they researching Chris Kaman, like let me see if anybody else did it and somebody said Chris Kaman had guns too. Like at the time was it outrage? Like you know what I'm saying? It's I get what they saying, but it's
Like
hard.
how long?
We can't relitigate that
I don't
from
know.
back then. We can't relitigate Chris
real
Kaman
quick,
from back then.
Tika, when did that happen? Because I don't even Chris Kaman is not even in the league no more, so I don't know when that took place.
No, they said he was. She said he was in the league.
I mean, he's probably in the league when it happened. I'm just saying, like, when did that happen? But my thing is, as far as the guns go, if you own an AR-15, if I own an AR-15 and some shit happened with an AR-15, one, I didn't have no control of this motherfucker going out here to shoot with an AR-15.
No, it happened after the fact.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't have no control of JoJo going to shoot with an AR-15. But if that's the weapon that I have and I take a picture with it, that doesn't mean that I'm purposely being like, oh, this shooting happened. That's the gun they use. Let me post with that same initial gun just because I have it. At the end of the day, him posting with a gun and NBA rules, yeah.
These mass shootings are national news. They are national. What I said, the message that he's sending, and because you white, like, bro,
so it goes to the same thing where if somebody's shooting with some fucking black and white team Jordans on, and you wear some black and white team Jordans, are you being insensitive because a shooting happened?
You're talking about Jordans and guns.
Just let me finish. I'm saying if something happens, and just because that happened, and you end up having the same thing, and you just be caught out with it, are you trying to be insensitive? So just because I have an AR-15, this is what I'm saying. A shooting happened. It's tons of shootings all over the country, right? Some people use 9s, it's AR-15s, it's everything. And just because I got an AR-15 and I take a picture with it, am I purposely being intentional about this subject?
If it was linked in a little bit after the shooting,
was it the same? Was it the same state?
I think I don't know. It didn't matter about what state it was in. A national shooting happened, and they used this brand of gun. A week, 2 weeks later, I'm gonna post an image of me with that same gun that really triggers people.
Okay, so with that being said, John Morant holds the same gun that's a part of a shooting.
That's totally different. No, you're just making shit up to prove your point.
No, it's not. With all the shootings that have happened, you can't just depict which gun was a part of that's the same type of gun. Now, like I said, if it's the same exact gun, if they auction it off like you had mentioned, if they had an auction off of the same guns that was a part of some case was closed, they auctioned it off, he bought those guns and did like this, oh yeah. All of that is purpose intent. But if you're saying the same type of gun,
you're not getting me.
You're not getting me. If I post a picture so you're telling me if I post a picture with a 9 right now,
was a 9 recently part of a mass shooting?
Yes, D-Max.
I say a mass shooting and recently, no.
D-Max just happened 2 days ago.
No. It was a message being sent. I feel you completely about what you're saying, T. I understand completely.
I see the part about insensitivity, but you can't suspend somebody for insensitivity unless it's something like leagues are reactive. So if he would have posted the pictures with the guns, and at the time we would have been like, no, bro, like Chris Kaman, bro, like what's going on with Chris Kaman? Then the league probably would have suspended him. But there's not many. I don't even know. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful to dude's career, but nobody don't want to be no Chris Kaman, bro. Like the kids ain't following Chris Kaman. Let's just be honest. Chris Kaman doesn't have a shoe deal. Chris Kaman doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? He's not getting paid $200 million. Is he a player? Yes, but we know that leagues is reactive. And for everybody who say things should be fair, fair is a place where they make funnel cakes and judge pigs and make cotton candy and snow cones, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we can't go back and relitigate something that's old.
Yeah, but like I said earlier, Tika, is that the reason why I asked when it happened is that if it happened pre-social media.
Nah, I think it was like 2000. I think it was like 2015, 16. It wasn't that old.
Yeah, I like I said, I don't remember ever hearing about it, so I don't know. That's one reason why I was asking.
2012, 2013, and 2016.
Okay, like I said, I wanted to know just when it happened because I didn't know. But what I was saying is that like right now, social media is a big thing and everything. Whether it's Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, it's a big thing. Things get posted on there, visuals, all of that type of stuff. If it predestined that, and it was just a Polaroid, then back in the day you had to wait till the newspaper came out till you seen it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff wasn't going viral. Like right now, whatever I record, whatever we record right now has the potential to go viral. If it was in the potential of what he did when he did it to go viral, different time. And also, like I said, Ja Morant has a different type of following. Don't
like you said, the only thing I really got from what you said is nobody wants to be Kaman. Nobody wants to be him.
Yeah, like it's a difference because Chris Kaman is not touching in like not physically touching, but he's not relating to any individuals. It's not like I want to be Chris Kaman.
If posing with a gun, if we saying that everybody who poses with the gun should be suspended, then we gotta cancel. We gotta cancel LeBron. We gotta cancel Draymond. We gotta cancel just because they posed with a gun. Like posing with the gun is not the issue. It's waving the gun.
Yeah.
On live.
He was brought into that situation where the players, there was a team that he played.
It's like if Chris Kaman was on live waving his guns, waving his AR-15s, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and he had sponsorships and stuff like that. First off, the league was suspending because they suspended people before for doing reckless behavior. But again, it's conduct detrimental. If I'm in the comfort of my own house, and I'm not saying Ja broke no laws, but I'm in my house for one. I'm not on no team facilities. I'm not traveling with a team facility, and I'm not exhibiting any reckless behavior. What reckless behavior am I exhibiting? So that's two different things. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
but also like I'm saying is that like in the Chris Kaman situation, what I'm saying is Ja Morant, or we said earlier, Ja Morant didn't break any laws. No legal situation should come out of this. It's the fact that you're tainting your image in the image of the brand that you're a part of. And none of that happened to Chris Kaman because if you just posting with a gun, are you breaking the law? No. Especially if he was somewhere to where it was legal. I don't know where he was at when it took place.
His house.
But if you're somewhere to where
at a gun store, so it's probably near his house.
But I'm just saying, if you're at a place or city, town, wherever, to where it's, you know what I'm saying, legal, I don't know when it took place and how, but if it's legal and you just posing with a picture, boom, you posing with a picture. What Ja Morant did was not illegal. It's the fact that his image is getting tainted and the fact that you're attached to these brands. These brands say that we don't want to be attached to waving guns and all of that type stuff. So now we have to hurt you because what you're attached to. Chris Kaman wasn't a superstar athlete, didn't have the Nike deals, didn't have the certain type of deals that Ja Morant has. He probably had some sponsors because he was in the league, but who knows? He might not have had any. He might have just got only paid from the league in general. And it's the fact that how far is this picture of Chris Kaman? How many people is this reaching? With Ja Morant, you're reaching white kids, you're reaching black kids, you're reaching teenagers, you're reaching a lot of different people because your following is different. And by your following being different and you being attached to our brand and you're doing something that we don't, like you said about Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce was in the league. He was out the league when this took place, but he was attached to what? ESPN. So by you being attached to ESPN and your name meaning and reaching out to so many different people, old and young, we don't need this type of image under our name. Overall, that's what I think it comes to with Ja Morant. It's not about he did anything illegal. He didn't. It's the fact that you're tarnishing your money, your bag, your brand, the brands that you're attached to. You're tarnishing all of that. Just to wave a gun on IG Live. Just as simple as you doing this, you can put a stack of money in that same hand, and then there's nothing. We're not even talking about it. If it's a stack, if he waving a stack of money, I seen an IG Live that he had a stack of money talking crowd. He was on the beach somewhere drinking a little margarita.
It's also bad for Ja Morant in that situation because you're doing a whole lot of reckless shit. Just like it was the team that they played, and the team was talking about when they was leaving on the bus or whatever. All these niggas was out there, and they said they seen a red beam.
I heard about that.
Yeah. I'll Google it when we get off here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's all it is. I do agree people do need to be looked at. Definitely. I mean, on the same accord, NBA code of conduct should nobody be flashing guns in the NBA because you are an athlete. Flat out, period.
James, that was the Indiana Pacers. The dude that was in the car with him got into it with the Indiana Pacers sitting courtside. He was arguing with the Pacers. When they left, they was supposedly in the car shooting red beams at the players' heads. The players was the ones who actually reported that.
Yeah.
Like the Indiana Pacer players.
Yeah, he was down there arguing with the Indiana Pacer players. The same dude who had the camera in the IG Live, the last IG Live.
So you need to stay away from
He banned from their facilities indefinitely. Yeah.
Like that's the nigga you need to cut off, bro. I don't care how long you done known that nigga, man. See that nigga a check, bro, and be like, hey, bro, I'm gonna send you some money to stay away from me. Evidently, you gonna cost us a bag, and then we gonna be back broke.
But because of stuff like that, like, bro, you keep, but
getting me in trouble.
So just to round this off for real, like he need to figure out something, bro. He need to go. No, if anything, he need to get with Twister. Because, Twister's a gun instructor now. He's big on gun safety, buying guns.
I don't think
he need to do that. If you're gonna be around him and you love him that much.
But the thing is, we don't know. He might have gun safety.
No, I mean you need to be like an instructor, so you need to do that on the side. If we can't keep the gun away, hey, you can have all the NBA young boys. You can have all the NBA young boys.
You can't keep the gun away. You need to teach people how to
be
safe. We don't need him to teach people how to do safe.
Hold on. There's still a lot of cigarette, bro. All right, so this is what you don't do with a gun. And we gonna walk them down.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say he's underqualified to teach people about safety with guns.
But that's why I say he need to get with Twister and do something on the side.
If you want to hold a gun in the camera, you better start telling people what to do and what not.
In that spirit. Bro.
Hey, don't be on IG Live like me, waving the gun like this.
Don't do that. No, that's what I do. Don't be like me.
And put it here, like this.
Put it here. Be sure to load the clip.
So all in all, Tika, hopefully you still watching. I'm not saying, I'm just saying myself, I'm not saying that he did anything illegal. He did not do anything illegal, but you're tainting your image. You know what I'm saying? When you have, and I said it earlier, it's probably before that you tuned in, but when you're a part of a brand and you're a part of a certain company and this, that, and the third, and they let you know, like, hey, we pay your check. We pay your salary. You know what I'm saying? You're worth this because of us. Again, you play your way to, you know what I'm saying, with your talents and stuff like that. Got you this, like C said, that bag. But when your name is up under that, it's a certain image that you gotta have and uphold.
And especially if you're great, there are things that come with greatness just other than doing your job great. There's like you said, like you kept expressing, an image. There's a source of responsibility that you owe the public.
Yes.
Because the public pays you.
Also,
like you.
My bad. I thought you was about to be done. Bro.
That's basically it, bro.
All right, I must be getting a little delay because I definitely thought you was about to be done. So my bad again. But what I was gonna say is unfortunately too, the songs that it's been playing in the backgrounds lend themselves to that kind of behavior too. Like if the song is talking about killing and you got a gun and you waving a gun, that's, you know what I'm saying. Just like when you go to court, the behavior can be associated. I mean, what you think they doing with Young Thug right now? Like in this song, you said you killed this person at this year.
Hey, that person, man, don't pull
that person over here died this year. You said you put that in the song so we could associate this with this. Oh, it's him. Same thing with Ja. You in there talking about killing and stuff like that, and you waving a gun. Now, let's just hypothetically say he did a YouTube video or an IG Live trying to teach people how to clean a gun. We wouldn't be having this issue.
He need to get with Twister, bro. Get with Twister, become a gun instructor. Like I said, then you can play all the NBA young boy you want to. You could do the sea walk with the sea walk with the
and
strap.
I'm not advocating for
Like-
people to be litigated based off of songs. Songs can just be entertainment, and people don't have to be killing and committing murders. I'm just making a point because I like hip hop too. I love it, in fact.
So, I mean,
Happy 50th anniversary.
I know you said
it's not your fault.
Understood, TK. I'm glad we can, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. That's what First Class Podcast is for. Comments, we break it all the way down. We bring it all together, chop it down, you know what I'm saying? Understood. It's about his image. He did nothing illegal. It's about the image. You know what I'm saying?
It's star power.
So, yes, you know what I'm saying? Like we said earlier, like I said, I don't know if you was a part of the conversation when we had said this, but, you know, just think about your kids. If your kids leave your house and they're a misrepresentation of you and they do something wrong, it's like, hey, look, what you did might not have been wrong in certain situations,
but it was not smart.
But you're tainting your image, and then not only are you tainting your image, you are tainting my image.
Like,
So
hey, y'all who raising their kids like that?
I'm just shit. That's what I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
what I'm saying. That's what people be saying. Like, if you do something wrong out, and that's what that's what our parents meant. Like, when you go out and you do something crazy, they gonna be like, man, they raising some crazy kids.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, so
no home training. That's their favorite saying. No home training.
Yeah, so it's the same. It's kind of the same thing in this John Moran case. Like, so it's like I know he did nothing illegal. That's why when you had said about what punishment should he get, like I really don't know because it's like you didn't do anything illegal. You didn't. So I don't. It's nothing that they shouldn't throw no book at you. You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't be he shouldn't get kicked out of the league or anything like that. But do I think that he deserves? He deserves some type of penalty to let him know that this type of behavior, when you're in this type of light, if you don't want to be in this type of light, suck. Average 5 points a game next season and watch.
I ain't gonna say that because we got money because it's in the clause.
No, but I'm saying
you have to be just like he lost how much money by not being in the All-American or All-Star game.
$39 million,
yeah.
39 minutes, bro. If I was his dad, bro, I'd slap him in the back of his head like, bro, hey,
all of that.
Hey.
But they gotta vote for that. Like, it's only so much you can do. People can point shade him like, we like you, Josh.
But they voted him in, but he missed the game minimum when he missed them 8 games.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay. Well, with that being said, understandable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I slapped in the back.
He literally cost himself.
Was he injured or he just didn't
suspend it? When he got suspended for holding the gun. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. With that being said, that's on you.
That's 39 mil.
Yeah, that's on you.
I'm gonna be knocking, especially if we live that close and I'm your dad. You are gonna hear it knocking to a door, bro. Like, bro, open the door, bro. Let me in, man.
Because of the stupid stuff that you did. This is where we're at.
Yeah, now I gotta slap you in the back of the head. Sit down.
With that being said, man, God bless you. I know we went over our usual time limit. We kind of stuck on the NBA a little bit long. Well, I'm gonna blame. If I gotta blame somebody, I'm gonna blame Siege.
I was gonna blame Jake Plum.
Cool, I'll take it today.
No, I'm blame Siege. We was almost done with the NBA, and then Siege popped in. And then we had to relive. I'm blaming Siege.
Oh, speaking of that, Red Season and shouts out to Mr. Brown, man.
Yes. So before we get off the show, like James just said, RIP to the legend, man, Cleveland legend, Brown. Jim Brown, man. Great running back, legendary running back, man. Siege, you got anything to say on Jim Brown? You know that's your team, bro.
Legend. Arguably the greatest running back of all time. I got him in me and E season. I'm about to run for 8 stacks. I'm about to run him heavy today, boy.
I don't care what you run for, as long as you don't win no ball. I don't care.
Oh, that's happening. Well, yeah.
And I'm gonna put him on the stretcher.
And I got the Cleveland Brown. I got the Cleveland Browns historical video. I might pop that into and watch that again.
Talking about the game.
That's a little too soon.
You can take it.
That's a little too soon.
I'm talking about the game.
He's talking about putting him on the shirt, brother. Man,
on
just
the
passed
game.
away. Show some respect.
He ain't passed away on the game.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
He ain't passed away. You
insensitive, bro.
About to suspend him.
He right. He being awfully misogynistic. Now I'm just playing. It's just a little toxic. That's all.
You see what I'm saying? We just gonna use
all the words.
We just gonna use all the overused words. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Don't worry. You just use
Man, but
don't worry.
Yeah. Only thing I really gotta say, just from going off of it, stay away from people that make you feel stressed all the time. Stay away from people that you feel like you always have to be defensive around. Of course, there's levels and boundaries when it comes to that. As far as people that love you are supposed to correct you, but you shouldn't always feel like somebody always has something to say to you every single time y'all talk or chill. Kobe, which is one player that popped up in all of ours as far as the generation he inspired. Kobe's the man. Go LeBron. LeBron gonna get another ring this year, and then once he get as many rings as Jordan, I mean, he got a couple more years. As far as when it comes to that, Jake Plummer sleeves, we hate him. What else?
Them tree sleeves was trash though, but he's still
start coming into having a deeper understanding before you use words that you don't really know or understand, and be sure that, especially if you're gonna call somebody something, do it the right way. Don't look like an idiot, just blurting big words out just because such and so down the street or at work said that this is the devil. Go do your own research to fully understand what these things mean, ask questions, and of course, in situations like Ja Morant, dog, you in this high level of ball and all-stardom, it's just more or less like, dude, like, you're gonna always be watched. So either get used to it or find another line of work. Period.
Cool. Sage, you got something else?
Nah, just
in the close it out.
Yeah, just follow me on everything, social media at The Link ENT LLC or The Link Entertainment LLC. The website is back up, thelinkentllc.com. You can find all the links there, so you might as well just go there. And that'll be good. Also, just we promote peace over here. Peace, you know what I'm saying? Stay at peace, find your peace, be around peaceful people. And, yeah, man, love on your kids. They need it. And y'all stay safe.
Cool. So... Hey, James, real quick. Never mind, I'll tell you later.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
It's something you can say to me. You can say something to all our viewers. You don't have to tell me
I'm
behind
about to slide off of here in a second because I got an arrangement I got to be in.
No doubt.
You
already just say it then?
Nah, don't say it then. Nah,
I mean, it ain't bad.
Nah, we ain't got to talk about it now.
All right.
I was just something.
I was just going to say, like, by me being the host, I'm the one that go through the step-by-step. Like, so when you go through the step-by-step of each topic and round it off, it kind of leave me like, oh, you just going to kind of say what he already said. Like, no, get your own.
I mean, that was my own opinion. Because usually, like, you got anything you want to say to wrap it up? Like,
yeah, but you don't need to wrap up every topic.
If I remember everything that we talked, I'm pretty sure it's something I didn't mention.
But I'm not, by me being the host, that's kind of my job.
But you got a whole different opinion.
It's kind of my job, though.
We like,
it's kind of
Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker.
No, we're not. We're kind of, I'm the greatest.
Kind of like, oh, cause
kind of like Ja Morant and Chris Kane.
Hey, got him.
You got it before I did. You got it like that.
I'm just saying.
You like the
but anyway, man. Anyway, bro.
Yeah.
So like the quote said, the people in your life should bring a source of reducing stress, not causing it. So take that, like I said, take that with you, man. Look at your inner circle, bro. Or is your inner circle helping causing stress and causing trouble? Like in Ja Morant's case, probably one of your closest friends is holding the camera. You know what I'm saying? The people that's causing stress might be holding the camera. You feel me? So, physical and, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, both ways, however you want to take it. They might be holding the camera. They might not be intentionally causing you stress. Maybe it's a conversation that you and that person need to have. Maybe like, hey, listen, bro, when I'm around you, we get in this type of situations. Like, we're going to have to dial this back. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the people that's closest to you are supposed to help reduce your stress, reduce and like relieve and all of that type of stuff. They're not supposed to be there to cause more Of course, man, there's a lot of words that's out right now that's being overly used. I know it's not going to stop. Another trend is going to happen. It's going to happen again and again and again and again. And eventually, I'm going to get to the age where I'm just going to stop, and I'm probably just going to keep using all old phrases. Like Siege said, bring back the 90s, bro. We're going to talk about, instead of that bag, we're getting that guac, that bread, that feta, that lettuce, you know what I'm saying?
Cabbage.
That cabbage, that cheddar,
bread.
Name of
Bread.
cheese. Name of cheese, that
Gouda.
Gouda. The word,
Gouda.
give me that Gouda.
Gouda.
As far as cheddar Ja Wick. Bro, put the gun down, bro. Just put the gun down.
Put the gun down, bro.
Put the gun down, bro.
Give me the gun, bro. Give me, because you're going to pick it up. And he decide to pick it up again, bro.
Hey, let me just see it real quick, bro. Let me see what type of gun you got. Hey, put me on camera. Hey, yeah. Like, no,
Or he need a bigger gun to where he can't lift it up like that, bro.
No.
That's the last thing we want to do,
That's
bro.
the last thing
He said, bro, why was
last thing we wanted him to do was go sideways. Like, no, we don't want him to turn the camera sideways. Just stop. Just stop. You ain't did nothing illegal. Just stop.
All right, fellas, I got a slide.
All right,
brother.
All right, y'all.
We getting there right off behind you, but you know,
Right.
shout outs to Siege. Like I said, man, the NBA playoffs is going on. The way the schedule's been going, is it a game tonight?
It should be.
I think it is.
It
It is a game tonight.
I would actually be able to sit down and watch one, bro. I've been missing all of them.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been kind of wanna.
But I do want to see them.
But at the same time, shout out to the NBA playoffs.
Shout out to Brian.
We got Denver, we got Miami, we got Boston, and then we got LA. I did it and put y'all last for a reason.
You mean Denver Broncos this year? Oh, okay. We're not talking about the NFL. Okay, my fault.
No, yes. Summertime is approaching, man. Have fun with your kids, man. Do something epic, you know, fire up the grill, all that good stuff. Like I always say at this time, before that, you can check us out on First Class Podcast Media. You can check us out on our YouTube page. Make sure you go like, share, subscribe. Share it again, subscribe again if you can. Unsubscribe and then resubscribe. I don't care what you do.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Leave your name. Leave your address. Leave your post email. Leave your MySpace. Leave it all.
We're gonna find out a way to get into both of our MySpace.
Type deal. Leave it all. And the YouTube is First Class Podcast. Come on, man. You know you're there when you see my face. So be sure that you do that. Make sure that you leave a comment, hit the bar Facebook page, and all of that. And like I always say at this time, if you're gonna fly, you might as well
Fly first class.
Thank you for being here, and we're out, baby.
First Class Podcast.